Hello. Shiesty. Valitus. Rhino. Mammy Moose. How you guys doing? What the fuck? What is this? I don't have a... Oh no, this poor guy. I don't know what to have on the screen. Shit. How's everyone doing? Are we gonna do a bingo? Oh, we gotta do a bingo. How's it, Shiesty? Is Mr. Arrow live? I haven't made a bingo yet. We're gonna hang with Miso shortly. Soon? He's not live yet. Okay. Let me just see. Caught. How long? About an hour and a half. I had like one of the worst sleeps of my life last night. I don't know what. Well, I do know what was up, but it was just. Oh my goodness, it was miserable. But I'm pushing on. How you doing, Fervor? What were our bingo predictions for 3.27? And what are we expecting this time around? Alright, last time. Keltorak! Are you going to be watching? Are you going to be streaming? In-game item filter? No. Mirror of Calandra temp disabled. There's no way. Breach Beyond rework? Yes. New influence? No. Sanctify? Atlas Street Soccer Ball? New crafting? Yes. Something unexpected but amazing. What was it? Oh, async. Oh yeah, no, never mind. It wasn't that. Not streaming, but you're probably going to watch. New boss. New 3.2. Oh yeah, I guess there were new bosses. Zesht PoE 2 crossover, new tier 17s. Yeah. There we go. Let's do one for 3.28 Mirage League. I'm very excited. Keepers of the Flame, Mirage. Where's the slams nerfed? They could be. But normally for these, I don't do like patch note type stuff. Oh, goddess, thank you.
Lolco spin lolcare 0 less than 3.
Hold on, wait, what the freak? Oh, good grief. Sorry. Thanks for the sub, goddess. How you doing? What the fuck? Oh, I need to make it black, right? I'm thinking in opposites. Okay. Get down. All right. New chase jewelry. Sorry for the flashbang, guys. I think yesterday I had a very stressful day, and then I really struggled to sleep. Because what happened was, so I pay my tax every 6 months, right? So the last tax I got was in August, but there was an issue that delayed it, and I only ended up having to pay in December. And then yesterday I had a nap, and I woke up and I checked my email, and I got a message from my accountant which was like, "Oh, your tax is due," and I like. Instant panic. I emailed her. I was like, I just paid it. What are you talking about? And then I realized, oh my god, because of that delay of like 4 months, I in my brain thought I had paid it recently, and I did not have that money. And I was like, oh my god, I'm going to jail. But I managed to take money out of savings, but oh my, it was such a fucking stupid mistake I made, and so stressful when the government is just like, hi, we want you to empty your bank account, thank you. All right, fine. With my wish, yes, I am. Harbingers? I'd be surprised. Goddess, I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit stressed, I think. It's a combination of just not sleeping well. Whenever I don't sleep well, I feel a little bit like extremely gross. And then what I just described of like, oh, surprise financial dire straits temporarily, hopefully. And then also league starts. League starts are, I don't know, normally I am excited for this and I'm expecting it to be really good, but there's a side of me that is like quite nervous. And I don't know if it's just because I didn't sleep or if I just, I don't know what to expect. Yeah. It'll be alright. I did. Yeah, no, he had a great time. Hello, Zal. How you doing? How you doing? I must speak with Mr. Miso in a second. I've never done a dual stream for an announcement before, but I figured why not give it a shot, see how it goes. But I think the other thing is that it kind of like lit a fire under my butt a bit, right? I need to like stop. The other thing I was stressed about is just there's so much to do. People always joke about being a streamer is easy. It's easy if you are like the top 0.01%. If you're not, the amount of work you need to do to just stay afloat is fucking insane. And yesterday what I did was, because I was just like always feeling a bit stressed, and then I wrote down like, okay, these are the things I need to get done during the day, and I like guess like an average, how long is this gonna take? Like I need to write guides, I need to edit videos, I need to stream, I have to do like real life stuff, and the total was 30 hours. And then I thought, oh, this is why I always feel like I'm not doing everything I need to do. It's because there's not enough time. So what I'm thinking of doing, I'm gonna have to work it out. I might have to shuffle some stuff around for this league. First couple of weeks I'm gonna stream a shitload, and then
Stay in the light. I miss my mercs. Maybe the Mirage will give it back.
Well, thank you, J-Rocks 1337. That is in South African rands. Let's find out. Oh, dude, that's 200 bucks. Do you know what you can buy with 200 bucks in South Africa? I could buy 1.5 pizzas. Shadow, thanks for the sub, man. How you doing? Oh, I didn't watch the clip from Palsteron. Palsteron, there was a Palsteron clip of me. Apparently, I'm known as the Messiah in Palsteron's stream now.
Lolcohol had the best take about Breach.
Oh yes.
When he said make it pass. So what he said basically is make the Breach tree similar to Sentinel tree, where the Breach tree gives you extra buffs to what happens in the map.
Yes.
You get extra quant and more chance to get this and this and that. That is the way, dude. And make it scale with quant. That is the way.
Yes.
100% passive buffs. That is he was cooking with that take. 100%.
Yes. Thank you, Palstron. I agree. 100%. Like, think about how exciting it would be if there's like a 2% chance for a rare mob to drop an equipment item from the tree that you've like predetermined, and then you find like a hive, a breach hive, and you're like, holy shit, this thing's got like, I don't know, 500 rare monsters in it or whatever. And like, I know that by the time this finishes, I'm gonna get like 4 pieces of equipment. That would be so excited. That would be so excited. I just watched it now, Shadow. Thank you for clipping that for me. Can I send me your Discord? It is linked in the description. It's linked in the description. Who would have guessed that I agree with my own take? Wait, I want to watch this video with Arrow.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee. Today is patch notes day for...
I had Arrow and I yesterday sat on a call for about 3 hours just talking about stuff. Like content stuff and all of that. So I'm very curious to see his video. Holy crap, this thing doesn't even have... I mean, it's probably got like 3,500 views. And 200 likes. But it was really awesome, man. If it becomes true, you're making a local messiah? Yes, I'll take it. You watched this already. Is it good? It seems like it's... Holy shit, this is getting so many comments. All right, so Arrow's video. The problem with Path of Exile that no one is talking about. Amazing. Excellent title. And then the question, is PoE solved?
3.28. Leading up to this very exciting day, I was thinking about a
Excuse me.
problem that nobody seems to be talking about. So let's dig in. Every league we get excited. New patch notes, new gem numbers, new hype. But within a few days, it all starts to feel very familiar.
Wait, actually, I just want to watch something quickly.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee. Today is patch notes day for 3.28. Leading up to this very exciting day, I was
Okay.
a few days, it all
We spoke about so much stuff yesterday. It was like, I actually loved that call we did yesterday. Just
starts
thinking
to
about
feel
content
very
release and
familiar.
stuff.
We already know the best maps, we know the best Atlas pathing, we know which builds are going to be the best, and that's got me wondering, not is PoE dying,
Oh, the music's
but
so
something
chill.
more interesting. Has Path of Exile been solved? When I say solved, I don't mean that players are too good or there's no information left to gather, there's nothing left to learn. I mean that the optimal answers are known, and most game systems don't really ask any new questions anymore. Let's start with the Atlas tree. The Atlas tree looks massive, but in practice, it's mostly fake choice. Every
It's a grower, not a show.
league start, we like to pretend that we're experimenting, but in reality, we all end up pathing to the same clusters.
That's
If
true.
you're mapping efficiently, you already know which nodes are mandatory, which ones are bait, and which ones are there just to pad the tree. There's no real discovery on the Atlas tree anymore, just execution. Let's use Harbinger for an example.
Which is okay, so long as something is changing. So long as something is changing. Like, if you keep the tree static, but then shuffle scarabs around, then it becomes interesting. But if everything's the same, yeah.
When it's time to farm Harby, you don't come up
Yes,
with a
battle
strategy,
micros.
you path to the Harbinger nodes.
Hmm.
Then you grab map effect, maybe some map drop bonuses, red or blue altars, and you call it a day. How many strategies in PoE feel just like that right now? When a system becomes about execution instead of decision making, it stops being interesting. Scarabs used to feel like
That's true. You know, like one of the most exciting strategies that I did a couple of leagues ago was the Ethereal, All Flame of the Ethereal, where you're finding like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of scarabs a map and like tweaking and adjusting. Like, and Kinetic Fuse Lord last league, it was so fun playing a new skill and being able to test things and not even having the POB functioning properly and like having to test things vibe based almost. And then confirming it with numbers later.
huge bonus that you could run
Scarabs.
to add some sort of content to your map. And now they just simply feel like a tax.
Yeah.
You're not asking yourself what would be fun or interesting to try to run to make some more currency.
Matt, what's up?
You're saying, which scarabs do I have to run to stay competitive? Scarabs are priced around the best way to use them, so you need to be using them in the best way in order to not be losing money.
What I think they're going to reveal, I think it's going to be big. I don't know. I've just got a feeling it's going to be really big. Like a lot of endgame stuff. Hopefully a really cool league mechanic. But I don't know why. I think maybe because their focus has been so heavily on endgame with PoE 2. I suspect it's going to be similar with this. You need Arrow to start. I know, it's wonderful.
On top of that, most scarabs are entirely mandatory or completely ignorable. There's very little middle ground, and when one of those scarabs gets discovered as something that's better than we thought it was, it usually gets nerfed. Let's apply the Harbinger example here again. You have 5 scarab slots, and they all have to be Harbinger scarabs, or you're throwing. So then you decide, okay, which Harbinger scarabs? Well, I guess you could choose to run Obelisk or not, but that's just deciding how much you want to click. Otherwise, you're just running all of the other scarabs and then additional Harbingers. When a game system boils down...
No way, the Korean community is worried this might actually become true. This is a meme. Oh no. Someone made this. It's so fucking good. It's like the most troll gif. Whoever made this is genius. Oh no. Is this a meme, guys?
To do this thing where you're wasting time, that system is no longer exciting. It is a solved system. Number 3 that I want to talk about is the build meta. Yes, every league we get some numerical changes and sometimes we get new gems, but the core meta archetypes haven't moved for quite a long time. Going into every league, we just about know what skills are going to be the strongest, what defenses are mandatory versus trash, and what ascendancies are the most dominant. We know that strength stacking and instacking will be incredibly strong in the endgame, that Righteous Fire is going to be the safe pick, and
Arrow? I don't know, Nicolemi.
CI is old reliable. The puzzle is less about what can I do, and it's more about how close can I get to the solved answer with my specific budget. That's why building off meta, which I love to do, is often more of a self-imposed challenge than it is a legitimate alternative. Number 4.
Airs. Thanks for the prime sub, Airs the Exile. How you doing?
Is maps. Now this is one that I never hear people talking about, but the best maps to farm have not changed in quite some time.
True.
And there's realistically a list of 10 or so total maps that people consider to be elite. If somebody asks you right now, what are the best maps to farm?
Strand, City Square, what? Defiled Well, I don't even know if Defiled Cathedral counts anymore. Dunes, Strand, Dunes, City Square, what else? Toxic Sewers, yeah, Toxic. Pretty hype for the new league. Oh, nice. I'm glad you made the stream.
You'd know instantly things like Jungle Valley, Dunes, Toxic Sewer, Crimson Temple.
Yeah.
There's various reasons why each one could be considered the best, and I'm sure there are other maps that I didn't mention there. But at the end of the day, each league we are running the same layouts. They have.
You know what? One thing I don't like about async, I miss this. I know it sounds stupid. It was annoying when you would get these messages for like, I want to buy something for 10 chaos, but when you got the big one and you got that message for like, I want to buy this for 100 divines. Oh, that felt so good.
The same density, and it's basically the same logic as 5 or 10 leagues ago. When value gets solved at the map layout level and there's nothing to disrupt it, you end up with another solved system. And number 5, and probably most importantly, is gems. Gems feel stale. They should be the most exciting part of PoE, but most skill and support gems are just math problems that have been solved for a long time. There are many gems that are just simply irrelevant, something like the blind support gem. There's almost no use case for it because it doesn't have any damage. You basically end up with people wanting to go into PoB, click a dropdown to add a support gem, and see which one simply adds the highest combined DPS. We don't experiment with gems anymore, we just simply put in the ones that have the highest DPS and move on to the next problem. There are too many skills in PoE that are already solved, and I think some major reworks of the existing skills could add some more magic into the system that we have seemingly lost. Now, I know I'm going to get some pushback on this from the folks who don't have a ton of time to play or whatever, but it really doesn't matter if you have a lot of time to play if the game is already solved for you. You
can still list all giga expensive items in normal way. That's true. You're right. That's true.
Click on that build guide, you know it's perfect and there's nothing that you could ever possibly add to it. Is that a good feeling? Or do you want to be able to discover something new and exciting and reach out to that creator and say, hey, look at this cool thing I found, maybe you could put this into your build? I think that's a good thing for the game. So to wrap things up, is PoE solved?
Endgame.
I don't think PoE needs more content. I think it needs more uncertainty. Systems should ask new questions. Atlas trees should force actual trade-offs. Scarabs need to be more interesting. Builds should feel like a journey. And gems should make you wonder again. Path of Exile is at its best when players don't know the answers. And right now, we kind of do.
Oh man, that's so sad.
So you can let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this type of video? What do you think of my thoughts on whether or not PoE is solved? Please be kind to each other in the comments and kind to me, if you don't mind. Do you think I'm out of touch? Do you think I'm cooked? Do you think I'm burnt out? And what would you do to fix some of the systems in PoE? So thank you all for watching. And as always, take care.
Oh, that pause was just right. Just right. It wasn't the long one. Great video, Mr. Rowe. That was great. See you later, Chessair. Kazariel. Kazariel.
As always.
Man, Era's got the most epic scar. Just here from his surgery. Thing is badass. Kazariel, thank you for the prime sub.
Take care.
We only have 2 more days in February. 2 more days. Let me just open this. I'm just waiting for Miso for now. Great video from Mr. Arrow, if you guys want to give it a watch. Oh, yes, I will. Yeah, okay, so you're hooked on OSRS. There was also this video with Chris speaking to the dudes from Moonbeast, who are basically just all the old D2 guys. That was really interesting. Watched a bit of that this morning. Yeah, the way he got it is scary, of course. Should we watch the video about going bald? There was a video about going bald. Oh, okay, never mind. It's gone. Should we just imagine we just I should become a Fubgun restreamer. We just watch watch Fubgun stream. That'd be epic. All right, what are we gonna do for the next hour? It looks horrible. We'll see. We'll see. It's still super early. It's still super early days. I wish that more games would cook a bit more before launching, but I mean, it's kind of hard these days. Bingo. Okay, what are we thinking? What are we thinking for our bingo? Hi, I'm Mark Roberts. Hi. Hi, I'm Mark Roberts from Grinding Gear Games. That's too large. Ships removed. Oh god, please. You restream fun. No, it's my... I wouldn't do that, don't worry. Hi, I'm Octavian. Can you imagine? Oh, what if Octavian's the new Mark? That one seems like a bit of a stretch. Damn it, I'll take it out. Fine, you're right. Harbinger shards drop in stacks. Imagine this. Harbinger shards drop in full stacks. Think about it. Instead of a Harbinger chaos shard, they just drop as chaos orbs. Don't they stack currently? Harbingers are gone. There is, should we say, like, something to do with Harbingers? Removed? I don't know what it is, because they seem to remove items that are related to map tiers. So they removed the, what do you call it? Scouting reports. Scouting reports are gone. They removed the Orb of Horizon and Orb of Harbinger's orbs. They're upgraded. Removed. Reworked. Ground loot, last minute buff, and slight nerf on Blight and Elbow. Say ground loot addressed. Although there was a clip from Octavian where he said they would talk about it in the interview afterwards. Mirage and Delirium as concepts. You imagining so? Maybe. Ooh. The Mirage looks like a Hobby gate. I wonder if it is a rework of Hobby. They may be in the, that's true. They could be in their own map section. I think there's going to be massive endgame changes. The fact that the other thing is, remember, Octavian's going to be there. Octavian's going to be in the Q&A afterwards. And Octavian was the dude who did the Scarab rework, or at least he seemed to drive a lot of that. So if Octavian's there, new Scarabs? Scarab rework? Let's make this all... How do you farm an HH with Harby? They may be... Yeah. Please don't ruin my beloved Harbies. I don't think they'll be removed. Harbies are fun mechanic. Petal skills reworked. That's a good one. Petal... Should we say... Wait. Petal skill rework. We gotta have some cope ones in here, like WASD. There was a hint at WASD. If they remove Hobby, you're gonna scream. That's how you get your head onto early each league. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, Hobby's really good early on. Well, it wasn't last league. Tree nerf and King's March. Dude, there's no way they remove King's March. Do you think there's a chance that they change it so that King's March gives like King's March specific rewards? Is Grinding Gear Gaze alive? Are they live? Templar rework? Dual wielding buffs? Ancient orbs. Yeah, you farm ancient orbs and get lucky. You hope they get rid of bloodlines. Why is that? Yeah, no, I don't think they're gonna get rid of Harbinger. That'd be weird. New class, the Warlock. Imagine morphing PoE 1 and PoE 2 together. That is the most cope take. Tats and runes. We all coping here? Yes. Yeah. This is the cope stream. Get your biggest copiums out. Templar rework. You think Templar wait? Which Templar though? Which class? I mean, which Ascendancy? Slams? Guardian. I would say like Guardian. Inquisitor. Didn't they rework the Guardian like a couple of... Jeez, I mean, like, at this point, that could have been 2 years ago. The Beast one took you 3 weeks to find. Oh, right. Gem Saga is removed from gear and they bring in the PoE 2 gem system. No, there's no shot, right? I don't know how I'd feel about that. Because I really like... No, they couldn't do it. Tier 17. Question doesn't get answered, bingo. There has to be some kind of T17 changes. And like, I'm thinking insane... massive, crazy, unexpected endgame change. That's my cope. T20 is added. Spectre system rework. No more losing them. Tier 16 to tier 20 reworked and added. I think that would fall under this. Bows, that's another one. We could add in bow buffs. There were some hints at bow buffs. In the sale window, there were some big hints at bows. There's no way King's March deleted. There's no way. Right? Minions removed from the game because you just want to see Gazi's reaction. I don't like it. It's shit. That's what it would be. PoE 2.5 release date. Oh, PoE 2 0.5 release date. Divination card buff rework. Ooh. I mean, they did. The handing in is different. How would they rework it though? Corrupted endgame bosses? Yeah, I'm thinking some people are saying it could just go in a different tab. Other people are saying maybe they're just going to get rid of map tiers, which sounds insane because that's been in the game since the beginning. I would be shocked if it was that. But GG does crazy shit, man. And the thing is, they might be doing weird stuff with PoE 2 and then thinking of like, let's try it in PoE 1 first. We're now the beta test realm. I don't know. 6 left. How you doing? League mechanic is you have to move to the Middle East and survive with the nomads for 2 weeks. But if you do, you get +2 move speed. That sounds so good. Is it still popular? It's extremely popular. What are you talking about? New supporter packs. Yes, there will be. New Commander Kirak. Oh, wait! If Kirak missions are gone, wait. Guys, is this a league? Zana is back. Because Kirak missions are gone. Kirak dead. Zana back. That's why they're getting rid of it. Oh. Ooh. Dude, that's gotta be it. I think this is gonna be the big story update. Because think about it. They removed Zana throwing it back. No. They removed Kirak missions. Could that not imply Kirak's gone? Where did he go? Zana returns? Div card qual? That one is really nice. They've made it so that at least you can control click in and it like cycles in and out. Rework of labs? I'd be surprised. How long? 1 hour till the announcement. What if we had a thing that's infinite and use something called tablets instead of scarabs? Stop. Stop it. Zana comes back to the Alice. Changed and kills Kirak. They use explosives and you can't go in anymore. And then you just have to run the campaign over and over and over. Instead of the end game, what we have is nightmare and hell difficulty. What do you guys think? Innocence, because he was in the desert. Ooh. During his exile. They did mention labs and also ritual. Campaign plus. Yeah, it's just new game plus. They're renaming maps to Torment. Yes, there we go. And it hailed? What do you mean it hailed in comparison? It's a kinetic rain of impact. Hailed? I would need to see your PoB to know if you built it the same way as mine. Double my damage? How much damage did you have? Because I was sitting on like... I was getting close to 200 million. Which seems pretty decent. And that's... Actually, it was probably more like 350 million. If you count in the tornado. It's pretty strong. They're renaming maps. Here's this Torment. Yes. After you finish the campaign, you unlock New Game Plus. So every time you do, you get plus 1 passive skill point. Yes. You cloned it exactly the same way.
A familiar face.
I don't know. I would need to see the performance. If you can get 700 million damage on kinetic rain of impact, I'd be surprised, but I'll check it out. Name maps are removed. It is tiered wade zones now. All locations of the Alice are unlocked on the get-go, but you still need to complete each map once and get the Alice points. Wait. Oh. What if, dude, this is a crazy idea. What if itemized maps are gone? What if they remove itemized maps? And there's just like a tree of maps. How would that work though? KF nerf, yeah. Dude, I'm fully expecting it. Pit School, how you doing? And Airs, thanks for the follow. After the sub. Your statue only read out 50,000 DPS? What do you mean your statue? What will you sell then? They removed KF from the game, probably. Well, let's just add in shit. When does the reveal start? In 1 hour. Yes. Frick. Jamie. Grace, determination, I mean. Ooh. And Quixie, thanks for the follow.
A familiar face.
Let's say bow buffs. Are we expecting Scavenger? Scion. And then Templar, Ascendancy, rework. Stash for tattoos. Oh, right. I don't think WASD will happen, but I don't know, maybe. Mercs are back? Me. I don't know. I don't know if Mercs will come back. I wonder how they would implement it. Because having to do that every single league, it might just end up as like a King's March situation where you're like, oh fuck, I have to like gear up my dude as well now. In-game price checker. Ooh. We need an in-game one. That'd show you the fastest price while in map. True. Maybe. Merc, you go to town on hire one. They just have 3 gear, so like D2 style. You got a pinch out of nowhere. Please don't be a... Added support for the upcoming announcement and new supporter packs. Map portals in towns and hideouts now display complete on their label once the map has been completed. OMG. OMG, that's crazy. Mercs are back and King's March is gone, please. Some Freesia content implemented in the leagues. I wonder if they would do that, like itemized in-game stuff, like idle. I don't like that though. Cast ring of bone rings with spell modifiers. Retaliation skill rework based on holy hammers. Yeah, why is it 3.27 H? Itemized Freesia Ascendancy nodes. Animate weapons gets an inventory screen to see what's equipped. That would be nice. That would be cool, actually. Do you mean like Animate Guardian? Here's he. Thanks for the follow.
A familiar face.
I know, it's crazy. There's so much stuff coming out now. They said they were adding mercs. When did they say that? I don't remember them saying that. Itemized Alva temple material. Like double corrupts. Oh, that's right. Yeah. They did imply that, right? Like making it an orb? Maybe. I wouldn't mind bows being back either. I mean, bows have been... There's some good stuff. Self-cast buffs at last. Yeah, no, I agree, Smokey. Just put that loot in the game, man. Technical difficulties? Oh, shit. Co-streamers, low weep. AK sniper. Wait, how do you co-stream? Oh, Guitaraholic! Will I start Scion? Maybe. It depends. Sorry, am I a tourist? I am. Now it has 4 Gs. Let's say strong boxes, for instance, stuff like containment should be on your tree as a mastery and only work if you had at least 5 masteries. Ooh, Atlas Tree masteries? Does that work? Huh, that's an interesting idea, Mama Moose. Spark back in the meta. Scion replaced by Scavenger. I mean, you mean like the Ascendant? I'm gonna be banished to default for a league slot. The ultimate. Kaltorek, I'm not one of those dirty tourists. Hypothetically, what build would you pick if you were going Kinetic Blast of clustering with the Frostbolt to Shaka? I don't know. No, they're not going to replace the PoE 2 Atlas. There's no shot. Slams buffs. Game is removed from maps. Shadow rework again? Assassin rework? Socket Balls for Atlas Tree. I've thought about it. I used to think it was a cool idea, but then after playing with idols, I actually hate that idea. Idols, it was so finicky. The thing I love about the Atlas tree is that it is completely communal and standard for everyone. And then the thing that people adjust is the variables would be like your scarabs and stuff. And then the moment you add itemized idols or something, suddenly you're now, I don't know. It's on like a level playing field.
17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17. Yep, 17 months gone. Login.
Neotronus, thank you for 17 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. J-Rock, don't even joke, please. Guitaraholic slams buffs. Will they bring Bama back? I don't know. That's that Bama being removed is another one of those like, why? Why did you just kill it? Because they quad tapped it. Life buffs to be level with, yes. But it may be too strong with certain interactions. Assassin rework? Yeah, Assassin or Sabo? Assassin, rework, Sabo. Wait, what did you link me? Bama Poison is still fun. Seismic Trap, yeah, like a trap, man. Make traps good. I want to see a Sabo rework. I don't know if it'll happen. Marus, thanks for follow. Map tiers removed from the game. That's going under this. Jamal Jamalkovich. Thank you for the gifted sub to Toast Mac Cool Bread. Toast Mac Cool Bread. What a cool name. Thanks, Jamal. Oh, in the CCC? Oh my goodness. He's out of control. This guy's got too many screens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no. Are you do you have the sound on for all of these? It's gonna sound like Sound Chaos Debug. ES will get a slight nerf. Yeah, maybe ES. I don't really want to put ES nerfs or buffs because usually we have to wait for the patch notes and then I can't like cross things off. I want to keep it stuff that's going to be in the announcement. I guess they could mention it. You could fit more in new pinnacle boss. I hope we're going to get like a major endgame update because the last major pinnacle bosses that were added, I mean, I guess they did add like the incarnations, but those don't, I don't know, I feel a bit shit. Part of Mirage, they implemented an oasis where we can fish. Oh, fishing league? At last? I don't know if ES is in as bad a place as it is in PoE 2, where in PoE 2 it's so obviously more powerful. They're bringing back Sextants, insider info. How did you know that, Salad Fingers? Jen, thanks for following. You only want one thing. You don't want to do boxes again, but you're gonna if it's still the most efficient strat. Yeah, they need a I don't know. That's why people like Arrow saying they need to rework stuff. It feels like everything's solved. Dodge roll, I think we need dodge roll in PoE 1 because we got movement skills. Oh, loading screens addressed, yes. Guitaraholic is a spider. He's able to watch 10 streams at the same time because he has 10 eyes. Yep. Some lineage gems. Ooh. That'd be interesting. I guess we kind of have lineage gems-ish with like awakened gems. Genesis tree rework. Should we say like... Is that something they're going to address in the announcement, though? Croqueta. Thanks for the follow. Why did I say thanks for the follow? I meant hello. Fishing in the Settlers area? Yes. Stash Faustus? Yes, I got that one right. I nailed that. I got one. So everything that I predict will happen, right? Uber Hillock start for everyone. Oh, amazing. Totally focused on a whole league. Totally focused on improving the campaign. I don't know, but how much time do people spend in the campaign? Like, if someone's gonna spend 500 hours on a league, which is obviously on the high end, and they spend like 6 hours in the campaign on a character, then it's like all that investment for 1% of their playtime. Must he be a VIP? Wait, he's not the tourist. Longer campaign. Oh, king. Load the 10-second video and heard your brain. Which 10-second video? Rab, hey. That's not one. Okay, well, maybe it's like 10%, let's say. Mercenary back? Crafting omens? Do they make sense in PoE 1? Because we have the crafting bench. I feel like omens exist in the way they do in PoE 2 because the crafting bench doesn't exist. I guess they could, actually. You know, like Double Slam or Lucky Divine or something like that. I have that under here, Guitarholic. Map tiers. Because, yeah, we saw that they removed the... At least it wasn't visible on the currency exchange. The Harbinger Orbs and the Orb of Horizon. With how much PoE 2 depends on 0.5 without getting a mega release? They might surprise you. They might surprise you. They've had what? When did... November? They've had 3 months only. Are you sending it on? Oh no, this is a nightmare. This is what Guitarholic's stream sounds like right now. Whoa! Wait, how do I do this without leaking? This guy's an absolute mad lad.
Most of my time saved actually probably comes from actors. That Tai Killer's Act 1 is like much closer. I bet you would say it's 9 minutes something.
You've got Rax turned up the highest. Either that or he's just the loudest. Oh no. Add quests to the endgame. I mean, doesn't that exist? It exists already? I know a good bingo card. Holy Hammer has a cooldown resource requirement. No, please. You make so many characters, we need it. Oh, okay, you're one of the people who rerolls a lot. Some explanation to the Tigros. I wonder if there's gonna be like guaranteed 5 links in the campaign. What would be the best change? A reworked... The best change for me would be... Can I be very general and say like... New scarabs and updated atlas tree. Just like a refreshed endgame. Strength skill again with a chaos tag. That is ADHD. This looks like ADHD hell. Oh my god. Exalcon moved to Bloemfontein. Yes, that's my #1 change. Exalcon is now in South Africa. I love this. This is so troll. I love how they made the endgame like completely barren. I don't know how they made it look like a desert. Oh god, how do I escape this? Builder spender coming to PoE 1. No, 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 no. Please, please. Who's streaming? We got... Damn, dude, everyone's online. Anzi, Lakati, King Kongor, Pox. Where's all my people? Where's all of my peoples? I'll find you guys. Merc comeback. True, J-Rock. You fixed the annoying gap? Oh no. Man, you guys have so many good ideas. There's so many good ideas. Should we say Tota? Tota. Defense of Ancients. I want to say Delve rework. Because I just want that. It's not going to happen, but... What about Uber bosses? Uber bosses? Then we get Uber Ilda? No? Mercs? I don't think Mercs will be back. I'd be surprised. Can we add more Gs? There we go. One more G. Just for you. Rogues change into Mercs. Tier 18s, which are Uber tier 17s. I think there's going to be tier 17 changes. Pedal skill rework. Oh my god, Lionheart. Oh. I also think so. Here's your people. Hey, Chrissy, how you doing? I also feel like it's going to be a really big league. Can I say we all shit pan simultaneously over something amazing and unexpected? Is that too vague? Blight changes. What's everyone's like dream? What's everyone's dream update? Like if you could change one thing. Chronomancer. Chronomancer. There were no hints in the teaser. We made it all up. Oh, what if all the teasers were fake? It was just a mirage. Ooh. Big bet. I also think so. Blade bow doesn't suck. Yes. Cyclone movement speed debuff removed. It has a movement speed debuff. New mechanic, tower, new delve. You have to get to the top before a timer runs out. Or something. Ooh. Delve but up? Do you mean? Remove blight. Mods, ban him. Quick. Pitsku, how dare you? Hi, this is Octavian. That would be so cool. That'd be so cool. Oh, Michael, how you doing? Make tornado shot great again? Water and hunger system added. Your character has not eaten enough overnight and has succumbed. You now have a minus 30% movement speed debuff. Make sure you eat more often. Oh my lord, please. Sounds amazing. Oh, heretic side.
Mirage hype. Hopefully it's not just an illusion D.
I'm hyped too. Thanks for sub, Mirage. I mean, heretic. Thank you for the sub for 2 months. We want the graveyard back. Mods. No. No. No one wants no one wants a graveyard. Delve deeper is too common a phrase for them to make Delve change literary direction. Yeah, it's just Delve but up. Sounds great. There are gonna be campaign changes. That is confirmed. Fallen Nerf Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Damage of enemies hitting you is lucky. Teaser says time it takes, so should we get the occultist replaced by the chronomancer? You can go back in time to any league mechanic. Crucible Total League. That's interesting. Legacy League 2. Graveyard Part 2 with async trading would actually... Dude, the graveyard's horrible. You switch down? Oh, wait, why does it say... What the freak? Why does it say 0 people are watching? You started playing PoE 2 in the graveyard. Oh, nor. Or nor. Oh no. Is that a good dream or a bad dream? What you want is replica mage blood that only allows to use unique flask. Ooh, that's actually interesting. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, no. Graveyard is gross, man. As long as Cyclone doesn't get nerfed. It would be insanely broken, but I mean, it's a mage blood. It kind of needs to be. It's the whole point. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, major... Should we say major unique reworks? Fob gun nerf. Also, Mercs go core, but Doriani is now tier 0. Reimagined Calandra? Are we finally gonna get the awakened Mirror of Calandra? How many more? I presume it is a bit low, J. Elliott. I mean, the balance is fine, but I need to get a cloud lifter, and it's quite expensive. I'm not in a position to get one at the moment. Hopefully soon. Armor counts for elemental damage. Ooh. That actually... Although... I mean, armor's pretty good in PoE 2. PoE 1 right now. Nikki. What was the graveyard? It was Necropolis League. It was one of the most micromanagey shit leagues. It was horrendous. Different corrupting crafting flavors. Twitch is back. Some info leak you're told is that some of the Necropolis craft is back and free shirt. Where did you hear that? Fireborn shenanigans. Memory abilities need to go. They're all shit except one. Or they could rework it. What if we get the PoE 2 Val or unique rolls? I would like that. Yeah, the unique rolls can roll above the usual limit. You get a 5 flask mage blood. I like that. Wootware, but the thing is I need a cloud lifter, which you get from a music shop, and they cost 4,000 rand. And after yesterday's wonderful tax debacle, I'm gonna have to wait a couple of months. Bestiary rework. New currencies. You're right. We actually want to get a bingo for once. Beyond League shifting to another dimension? You mean like Scourge? Enchanting life and mana flasks. Ah. It's not reliable. Well, you get a more basic one. I looked for them, and there seems to only be... I could only find one. And it's like expensive as shit. Turner TA20. What is that? That looks like the right thing, Guitarholic, but I couldn't find one here. And I found a whole lot of music shops, and they were all like, what is that? What is that? Yeah, enkindling orb from life and mana flask, that's interesting. Only for binding orbs and some white plus. Oh. I need to get a cloud lifter. It's basically like a little preamp for your mic that boosts it by about 25 dB. Oh, Sashiro! OMG. 54 months?
Whoa.
Whoa. Thanks for 54 months, Sashiro Games. Delirium 2. Zarok the Eternal arrives in PoE 1. From PoE 2 since time matches with his theme. Oh. Doing well, Sashiro. Are you excited for a new job? It is in 29 minutes. I just want to grab some water and stuff, right? Give me a couple of minutes. Don't go away. We're so close. We're so close. I'll be right back. I am back. Hello. Aside from having to go to the office tomorrow. Oh yeah, you good? Won't have time to play much this week, but you're very much excited, looking forward to work. Good. Good. Look, I mean, we've got 21,000 people. This hopefully will hit 100K. What's the average viewership of announcements? Hey, back, how you doing? If you're able to use an audio interface like a Focusrite 212, you get a preamp. I am using a little audio card. I've got a Xenix 502 Behringer. The Focus, damn dude, the 2i2, I had one of those. It is one of the most annoying, horrible mixes I've ever had. It is like the most finicky thing. But the thing is, I've got an SM7B, which needs a bit of extra power. And for the most part, it's been fine. But lately, I've been getting so many people like, oh, is this stream quiet? Is the stream quiet? And yeah, I mean, the thing is, the balance between everything is right, but it's overall quiet. Do you think so? No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just that I need the cloud lifter. That's what I need. I will buy one as soon as I can find one. I'm loud as yeah, you've got me at 30%. That's the thing, man. Is suppression level? I don't know. Could the play base be going down in PoE 1 and more people are playing with PoE 2? I don't think so. If anything, I'm guessing that PoE 1's play base would grow. Because I don't think there's a lot of people who played PoE 1 who are now only playing PoE 2. They do exist, but not really. Sorry for burping. How you doing, Avicius? Yeah. I will figure it out, J. Elliott. Awakened Gems replaced by Lineage. Ooh. Wait. Oh. What's everyone saying in the chat? Delete PoE. Delete PoE. Tota. It is Trial of the Ancestors. It was a league that we had a few leagues back. And they, it hasn't been back since they announced it. I mean, since we had it. It's going to come to PoE 2, though. No, what the frick? Continuation of the Eldritch Boss Saga. I think we might get some big endgame stuff. You have a UA. Frick, I missed your message. A UA Vault 2 for your guitar and it slaps. Oh, Tank. Thank you for the sub, Tank.
Login.
24 minutes until infinite Alice gets an answer preview. Main theme will be mapping PvP invasions between PoE 1 and PoE 2 players. Deceased characters will be relegated to the void, and they die in real life as well. Damn. Where did you get that information, Curicon? You got some like... No, that's okay. I'll just call you Tank. The second half of your name, as a South African, I cannot say out loud. Slippery Jim. Oh, I'm gonna say, yo. Hell yeah, Slippery Jim? Does Slippery Jim stream? He doesn't. When else did this guy stream? I'm not following him. What the freak? What the when else did he stream? 8 months ago. Gift sub, please. What the fuck, bro? Do I look like a millionaire to you? I'm not gifting any subs. Oh, it was written by you. But we're getting Cthulhu. It's a pun in French. Oh. New classes similar to PoE 2 stuff. I hope not. I like the PoE.
Why is my ping spiked to 300 as soon as I start streaming?
What the frick? What? Sorry, I gotta start saying the F word. What? When am I meant to be speaking with Miso? Incorrect. You just need to tweak the EQ and compression and boost the dB. I've actually got an 8 dB boost. I can crank my mic, but then it's gonna bring up the noise floor a lot. The thing is, if you start just pushing up the dB, it brings everything up, and then you're gonna hear a lot of background noise. So, like, I can crank it. Listen, but you're gonna hear like. You see? That's why I need the cloud lifter, so it does that without bringing up the noise floor as well. No, I'm not going to read the patch notes, because it's going to be like a 3-hour Q&A. And it's going to finish at 10. I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep.
A familiar face.
You Google yeah, you see. Room noise. Black Borg. Thanks for follow. Oh, Zanello. Give up your sleep for the community? Nope. You guys would need to sub so hard for me to give up sleep. I'm talking like everyone right now. Gift 5 subs. I'll stay up for passions. It's not gonna happen. Did we fill the bingo? We didn't. We got a little bit distracted. I might struggle to go to bed during the Q&A. Nah, I need to sleep. I slept terribly last night. And also the Q&A. I don't want to be rude, but they are. I love Ziggy. I do love Ziggy. He's great, but they've been way too like casual hangouts for me lately. Like, you kind of want to get to the point, especially while people are waiting for patch notes. They're long. I think if Arrow had a good idea, which is like make it 3 days after, once we've read the patch notes, then do it, and then it's like really exciting. I am the goodest boy in general. He probably doesn't even jaywalk. As a South African, I do. It was my duty as a South African to not use robots and zebra crossings, crossroads. Who is we? There's a lot of good PoE 2 features that could function well in PoE 1. I agree. Wait, where's Rocky? Oh, he doesn't Jorkin? What's Jorkin? He decided to rarely get into D2R. D2R is so good. Revert Soul Eater.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yeah, this is not a PoE 2 hater stream, unfortunately. I like this game. But we need new weapons. What is Jorkin? Should I wait? What is Jorkin? I'm gonna look at that on my other screen. It sounds rude. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm glad I didn't look at that on stream. All right. Dude, there was one thing that I googled. Oh my god. There was one thing that I googled because I didn't know what it was, and there was some like streamer drama, and I googled it. I was like, oh fucking, I'm on a list now for sure. I'm on a list now after this, and like everyone was just talking about it, like if this is just a thing that you're supposed to know about. And then I had to Google to like, what is this? Oh, cool. It was drama ages ago. It was about a streamer who opened up a file on their computer and it was like their lolly folder, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, everyone's talking about this, I don't know what it is. So I googled what is it, and then I was like, oh crikey. Straight on the list immediately. So gross. 2,000 hours in PoE 2, 4,500 hours in PoE 1. They're both great. Wait, you don't like Target Try? Why? He likes both games. True, they could be the same thing. Oh no, I'm not into that. Thank you very much. My computer is safe. It's just cat pictures, that's it. Straight up Googling jorking it on stream. What if we got sand-based skills? Ooh. No, don't look at it, Andre. Oh god, no! Now I'm gonna make you look at. No, just Google the definition. Because I also had that moment. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! I love sand. I'm into Tolly. Yeah, there you go. Not. Lolly is candy meta. Oh, how are you, meta? Are you gonna be playing this league? He hates on it so bad. When did he hate on PoE 1? I don't remember that. So toxic? When did he hate on it? A new weapon type with new skills. I don't know. I don't remember him shitting on it. That's a new one that I haven't heard. I've never personally seen that. Yeah, you see, Hedrax, exactly, that's how I felt. Where I was like, what is this thing? Like, everyone's talking about it. And then you Google it and you're like, I wish I didn't know about that. I wish I didn't know that was a thing. Dual wield, okay, frick, we gotta fill this up. Dual wield rework. Hold on, 14 minutes. Yeah, I heard you say PoE is horrible and Diablo 4 is the best. I don't know where, I just heard it. That's fine. You don't have to like everyone. You don't have to like everyone. Shields nerf. You need new glasses. Is it too small? I can make it bigger. Wait. Give it a... Scarab's gone. Block nerf. Shield's gone. Total rework. Okay, Slam's buff. Fine. Slam's buff. But I don't really want to put like Slam... That could be in the thing. Mirage crafting. Your mind has 10% chance to create a Mirage version of itself or something like that. It's been leaked from China's. Wait, why are you spoiling? Don't spoil. Self-cast spell. Self-cast buffs. What's something that they could announce in the thing? New topic. I agree. I want to talk about stuff I like. Not stuff I don't really. I have to be considerate for you old people. I do. Old and sightless. GC gutted? Back in Berkeley? I don't know. Whoa. A new totem skill called Ancestral Totem, which will help amplify your... Oh! Ancestral Totem. No, that's fine. Don't have to like everyone. Now quit it. Quit it, streamer. We're so close. Why are people spamming login? You gotta spam login. New transfigured gems. Ooh. Sula. Thank you for the sub, Sula. The prime subby. Wait, did it not make a sound? You're gonna go watch on YouTube. Alright. Go to sleep and watch it tomorrow. Alright. Stream is ending. No. Thanks, Sula. And Axel, thank you for the follow. New transfigured gems. I can see that happening. Synthesis. We get new synthesis math drop synthesized item. Do I have a lisp? Synthesis. Synthesis maps drop synthesized items again. Lab reward changes to the new. That's actually all right. Let's say lab changes. Lab changes. We're getting. Frick, you guys had a lot of good ideas. Guardian rework. I mean, this one's a guarantee. This could be in the middle. Should we say like new story? King's March burned to the ground. I want Chris returning. Oh, dude. In our dreams. In our dreams. P1 is so 2019. Separate PC console. Oh. We need to replace Breach with math games that reward you with Bible quotes. Oh, yes. That'd be more fun. I agree. That'll be good. We definitely know we're getting some lab changes. Yeah, they're doing the transfigured gem thing. On another topic, anyone tried Dragonkin? I haven't. I know that Fusion was talking about it. Alt quality currency. Alt quality currency harvest craft for gems. It's 2:48 a.m. Oh no. Where are you? Is that like some Asia? King's March or used for recoms? Give me 1 sec. Make both, but in smaller portions. There you go. Surely you're gonna fix. Sanctum fixes. Sanctum finally fixed. I don't know. Okay. Map tiers are removed and completely rethought into an infinitely scaling system. Scarab's rework tier 17 to become part of the Atlas, and the concept of tier 16, 17 disappear and use your maps completely different now. Complete Atlas rework, ton of new map currency to deal with, influence bosses, whatnot. I could see that. I could see that. New crafting mechanic? Should we say new crafting mechanic? Oh, there's so many things, man. Should we just put in the cope of like tiers? Map tiers are gone. Yeah, we did burn the Atlas. And then they announced part 3 at ExileCon. Atlas skill tree goes down now. Wow. Yeah. Wait, I need to speak with Miso. Sir, let's do it. We're gonna speak with Miso. Let's hang out with Miso. Merc's back? Hello?
How's it going, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm excited. I'm
You're
trembling
excited.
right now.
Are you? What are you expecting?
It's gonna be everything that we wish for. It's going to be they're gonna turn the Atlas into PoE 2 Atlas.
No.
That's what everyone's for.
What are you saying? No. Stop. Did you see the
I sent
GIF?
you a doc.
Did you see the GIF with the
I did. I did.
Good. Oh, well, let me sort this out. Join the call.
We'll do the share chat. Start sharing chat. Boom! There it is. Open the floodgates.
The floodgates.
The floodgates.
There we go. We're in. Wait, mute there. And there.
Boom. Did you do a what is it called? A bingo card?
I did. But it's not finished. And there's so many extra things. What's your like craziest expectation?
I mean, is it crazy to expect them to completely rework like how like map tiers are gonna come? I don't expect them to do that, but like that would be a crazy thing.
It is crazy, but that's the kind of thing that GGG would do. You know what? Like
I don't know, because like for me, I'm just thinking like, did they actually have time to do that?
Maybe? The thing is, remember, they've been doing a whole lot of endgame stuff with PoE 2. So I wonder if they're maybe able to like backport it into PoE 1 or I don't know, something. They do crazy stuff all the time. Like when they announced, oh, here's Act 5 and Act 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Like they do shit like that where you think there's no way they release 6 acts in one go, right? But then they do. So maybe they could be like, you know what, map tiers, they're out of here. But check this shit out, and then we all mega hyped.
Hope they announced Delve is coming to PoE 2 today.
I'm just hoping for something that makes the endgame feel really, really fresh. Because it hasn't for a while.
Man, I don't know what they could do though. I mean, I feel like anything that they do is probably gonna be outside of our realm of expectation.
That's the thing they're so good at, right? Is they do the thing that you never expect. Sometimes, not
exactly,
always.
Exactly.
Wait, I got a sub, Miso. Last Samurai, thank you for 20 months.
Last Samurai, thank you for 20 months.
It is Miso. Nice.
My face is being covered.
By what?
I'm so confused. Miso and Farmer on at the same time. It's just an illusion, guys. It's just an illusion.
Proto! I got another sub. Thank you, Proto. Proteozim.
Yes.
I'm winning, Miso.
Dude,
I'm winning the sub battle.
These guys are trolling me. They're saying my camera's blocked.
Where?
I don't believe it.
An isomorph.
Oh, is the timer hiding my face? Oh, that's right. I had a timer on my other OBS. Whoops. Thank you. You guys weren't trolling. You guys were correct.
Stop smoking. Bad for lungs. I'll try my best.
I was trying to spare chat from seeing my ugly face. That's why I had the banner over my face.
Your face is gorgeous and perfect. Stop.
I don't know that one.
Okay. Well, I like it. All right. Wait.
So.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, what's on your bingo card?
My bingo. New scarabs, rework scarabs. Ground loot is addressed. The craziest thing I think is Zana's gonna come back, and Kirak's gone.
Zana is gonna come back.
And then I have insane, massive, crazy, unexpected endgame change, which would be like maybe map tiers are gone.
That would be, I mean, again, that would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Dual wield rework, scavenger scion. Dude, WASD, I think that's complete copium. I'm sorry. How was it the Palstraw video that got you about the WASD? Because I was watching his video and he's like, yeah, you know, this is like arranged in like the shield charges are arranged in the WASD formation. It's definitely gonna be WASD, right? I'm like, ain't no way. That's just copium.
Hedrax, oh my goodness, everyone's subbing to me now. Zug.
Damn.
Thank you for the subs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, thanks guys. Everyone's excited. ExileCon. How's your how's the flight from another one?
Shared hype train. Yo, I get to benefit from these hype trains even when I'm not getting the subs. That's crazy.
Whoa.
I'm like leeching off your hype train.
Herman. Thanks for the sub, Herman. Everyone waited until we're in the call. And Penny, what's going on? Wait, and Dark, what's happening?
Sheesh, look at all these subs.
I never get subs.
Yo, keep going, chat. Keep going, chat. Subs to Lolcohol.
And Dark.
Give him your money. He said he's gonna give out favors if you sub to him enough.
Favors? What are we talking about?
I don't know. You weren't very specific in our DMs.
Oh, it's a free trial period to my only feats. You gotta.
Whoa, you have an only feats? That's crazy. Wait a second. I've not heard about this one before.
The trial is just the toes. That's it.
Just the toes.
You gotta get the battle pass to unlock the rest.
Yo, I also got a sub. Yo, Denny,
you
thank you for the tier 1 gifty. I appreciate it.
Kaltorak.
And what the hell? Kaltorak with a 5 tier 1 gifties? Holy sir.
Frig.
Thank you. That is very, very generous. Guys, please give Kaltorak a big old kiss on the cheek because he deserves it.
People cute.
That's the thing that we do on my channel. When people gift out subs, we gift out the people who got gifts are supposed to kiss the person on the cheek.
Huh. Thanks, Cal. And thanks for the
Because
follows.
it's all about spreading the love.
Oh, Cal Touring for 5 gifted subs for me? And those are United States subs.
God damn. Oh, damn. You get the full value USD subs. That's crazy.
Thank you, Cal Touring.
I wasn't like a partner or like I never got subs before they made the change. I forget. So I don't know. Did they all used to be 5 full USD value subs? Or were they all regional, always regional pricing? I know primes were at some point.
They're regional. They're regional.
Okay. They were regional the entire time. Okay.
Well, actually, no. Back in the day, the price was standard for everyone, but then they added regional, which is nice because like South African, like $5 for South African is a lot.
And yo, Braun Boogie with the tier 1 gifty as well. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Give this man a big old kiss on the cheek too.
There we go. Miso, guess what?
It's almost time.
10 seconds. All right, what's the rule? Any yapping, or are we gonna keep yaps to the minimum?
I mean, I think we should try to keep yaps to the minimum is my guess. Like, how are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna be minimal. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers from Grinding Gear Games.
Hi.
Welcome to GGG Live. Today we're going to show you an exclusive reveal of Path of Exile Mirage, which is coming out 1 week from now on March 6th. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim your Mirage weapon effect by following the instructions below. Now first things first, let's roll the trailer for Path of Exile Mirage.
I'm so excited. Okay.
The Jinn. They were bound to serve, but not to suffer. The Afarod assault our lands, trapping my Jinn in an astral plane. Break their chains, rescue them, and you will be granted a wish.
No, Sully.
Oh, Sully, you get disgusting. Oh, we get it? That's good.
An ancient evil yearns for his freedom. We must keep him in the dark.
Wait, what?
Snap.
Whoa, what the shit?
Oh, so it's like you can view all the support gems.
Built-in support gems.
So it's like an extra socket. Exception.
The Atlas fractured.
Also, the Atlas is staying. Wait, was that a...
That was another Ascendancy?
Yeah, was that another Ascendancy?
That was another Ascendancy.
It seemed kind of abyssal. It was
did.
like green.
Oh, let's see what they got cooked up.
It might be a new bloodline.
New blood. Wait, okay, empowered.
In today's
rewards?
stream, we'll take you on a deep dive into Path of Exile Mirage, where you'll unravel ancient mysteries, unlock new powerful rewards, and become part of the eons-old story of the Winter Sekima. There are also significant in-game changes coming alongside Mirage, including a progression of the in-game storyline, a new in-game Atlas system, and as always, new rewards to match.
Yes, dude, that's what
After that, we want to talk about the slew of new Holy Templar skills and supports, as well as an additional Ascendancy class option added to the Scion, which some of you may find familiar. Next, we'll cover our new supporter packs, and then lastly, have a live Q&A session, where Ziggy D will ask Path of Exile game director Mark, as well as game designer Octavian, your questions from Twitch chat. After the live stream, we'll drop the full patch notes at 11 AM NZT or 2 PM PST. So let's get started. I'll hand things over to Mark to introduce the new league.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, Game Director on Path of Exile. In Path of Exile Mirage, you'll be taking on the Afarud, a sect of desert-dwelling necromancers who have lingered in the shadows for centuries. They are outcasts of outcasts, with no home or promised land. Instead, they seek their sovereignty through darker means. The Ufarood have captured the souls of Jinn throughout Rayclast. They are killing them, sapping their energies for purposes unknown. You must fight your way past the Ufarood's necromantic creations to find the captive Jinn. Here, Varashta, an ancient Marikith sorceress, has been doing what she can to protect the Jinn, but she needs your help to free them. After successfully defeating them, you will then be asked by Varashta to enter the Astral Realm and break the tether trapping the Jinn there.
Cool.
This gate to the Astral Realm is a mirage,
oh, not Last Epoch,
an imperfect copy of the area around the captured Jinn. Now, when we say an imperfect copy, we mean that quite literally. Hold tight, because this leak mechanic has some serious implications for juicing areas.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay, we love
Varashta can augment the magic of the mirage further, as she allows you to enter, giving you the option to choose one of 3 wishes before you do so.
What is your desire?
These wishes are modifiers that will apply to the mirage area and have some pretty potent outcomes.
The wish for glyphs.
There are wishes that grant extra rewards, such as the wish for glyphs, which causes all portal and wisdom scrolls in the mirage to instead drop as other currencies.
They'll drop mirrors.
Wishes that will spawn rewarding enemies, such as the wish for avarice, which replaces a number of packs in the area with
King's
gilded
March?
enemies that convert their equipment drops to gold.
What's the icon at the bottom?
And wishes that can grant you extreme power while inside the mirage, such as the wish for souls or the wish for godhood, which allow you to consume the souls of your enemies or make you completely unkillable, while within the mirage,
There's
of
like
course.
a potion, a one-handed, like a dagger, and like a two-handed
Each
sword.
wish is also marked with the sigil of one of 3 powerful Jinn: the Sand Jinn, Fire Jinn, or Water Jinn.
Coin of power, coin of knowledge.
Depending on the sigil chosen, monsters within the affected mirage will have a small chance to drop one of 3 new coin currencies: a coin of knowledge, coin of power, or coin of skill.
That's crazy.
Each of these coins can be used on a max leveled skill gem, corrupting it and augmenting it with a random support that matches the color of the coin used.
Whoa. 7 link lead.
Only one skill that is imbued this way can be socketed into a given equipment item at a time,
Thank you.
meaning you cannot have 2 imbued skill gems in your body armor, as an example.
Oh, okay. I mean, so it's one per.
That's one of the
lane.
rewards, but let's get back to the area-to-area mechanic. Once you've made your choice of wish, enter the mirage and fight your way through the monsters and astral hazards to find the tether holding the Jinn. Shatter this chain to free the Jinn, step by step weakening whatever dark plans the Ufarood may have for Rayclast. Wishes are not the only value a mirage has to offer to an enterprising exile. As we mentioned earlier, mirages are an imperfect copy of the area the Jinn occupies in Rayclast, and it will copy almost anything, as long as it's within the domain of the Jinn.
2 maps
Mirages
in one?
created from an endgame map, for instance, will have all Scarab, Atlas, and map modifiers the area had.
Well, it's kind of like
Scourge, right?
Mirages created next to a strongbox will have a
area.
new strongbox ready for you to open.
Oh my god, double map.
Blights can be defended again.
Double the juice.
Double juice. Hell yeah, this is a juice league, man.
Legions fought once more, and so on. Effectively, you get a portion of your map to play a second time.
PoE.
And everything you did to enhance the content of that map
Why is he using this
applies
skill?
in the Mirage too.
Stop it, stop it.
These recreated copies of League mechanics, however, have been warped into reality by the power of the Mirage. And this has some side effects. For one, a recreation may not be perfect. The factions of a Legion may differ from the one the Mirage copied. Or the variety of strongboxes may change. More importantly, the mechanic may be empowered, with new threats and rewards that are customized to each mechanic and are only available when doing that mechanic in the Mirage.
Opalescent strongbox,
For example,
what's that?
Ultimatums recreated in Mirages will have new threatening modifiers added to the usual pool. Restless Ground can raise slain enemies to fight again, or Quicksand will grasp at your ankles.
Wait, so every League mechanic has...
As a reward for these new threats, Mirage Ultimatums can provide the new Sinistral or Dextral Catalysts.
Oh, wow.
These catalyze
really cool.
jewelry with increased effect of either prefix or suffix modifiers. As you can imagine, there's a lot of potential here.
Dude, new stuff.
Another example is that Kalgurin ore recreated in the Mirage has a chance to be replaced by a Thaumaturgic Hourglass, a powerful magical device that your Kalgurin friends can mine in order to obtain vast quantities of Thaumaturgic dust.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Blight encounters recreated in Mirages have one of their lanes replaced by Ufferrude enemies, infested with Blight. This lane can reward a new base type.
Oh, it's for King's
the
March.
Cord Belt.
A cord belt.
The implicit of this belt allows it to be anointed, causing it to grant a passive tree notable of your choosing.
Shit, that is so strong. That is so strong.
Wow.
As a quick note, Imprisoned Djinn will generally be near the content they can empower in the Mirages, so you don't need to worry too much about getting lucky with where your content generates in an area.
Bronze Jewel, we don't know what that
As
is.
the campaign doesn't generally contain too much additional League content for the Mirages to empower, we've gone and added a whole bunch that will force spawn near the Djinn. So your campaign experience will double down on being more action-packed and rewarding.
Nice.
So there's just like a lot of stuff you
Now,
get
of
in the
course,
campaign.
if you're traveling through Mirages, encountering new enemies, and slaying them, you can expect to find some new uniques. The Ufferrude are not only torturers, but thieves, and have over the centuries stolen away priceless Marraketh artifacts. Using their powers of rot and disease, they have twisted these items to suit their own purposes.
Yeah, that's like a
Flesh
Path of Exile 2
Render is
animation
one
right
such
there.
artifact.
It was so slow.
An ancient and exquisite Marraketh blade that has been tarnished and befouled. Its rusted and jagged edge is perfect for poisoning and withering your enemies.
Additional 3 poison at the same
However,
time.
Varushta
What's
has in
Roy's
her
able to
command
stack in
the
Path of
power
Exile
to
1,
restore
though?
these once lost Marraketh treasures to their former glory.
Wait, what's it?
Acquiring a coin of restoration by slaying monsters in Mirages allows any unique obtained from the Ufferrude to be transformed into its Marraketh counterpart, its glorious original form.
Oh, shit.
Flesh Render, for
Is it always
example,
just better?
transforms into Sky Sunder,
Whoa.
Oh,
the
it's just
original
different.
Marraketh blade that radiates with the glowing heat of the desert sun. When you ignite monsters, Sky Sunder reflects that ignite back to you, which proliferates to nearby enemies in a massive area.
Ignite proliferation.
If you meddle with the affairs of the Ufferrude for too long, though, you
there
may
still
draw the
support gun that
ire
does
of the
that?
Mirage League's new endgame boss, Suresh of the Weeping Black.
Elemental...
Suresh also has a set of powerful,
Proliferation.
exclusive items. Yours for the taking, if you're able to defeat him.
Whoa. What?
So that's the Mirage League.
That's cool.
Now,
Diamond and
to face all the new
Stride while
evils,
no flash?
you might want some righteous skills.
That's like
some holy skills.
changing it up.
In 3.28, you'll have access to a slew of new options to
Yeah,
bring
anti-mage
divine
blood.
devastation
Anti-mage blood.
and return the faithless to their rightful
Pig trees.
graves.
Yeah.
We're also introducing some supports to go with them, as well as some new transfigured gems.
40 new
Let's go over a
supports.
few examples. With Holy Hammers, you slam the ground to call down a Hammer of Justice from the sky. If this hits an enemy, an additional Holy Hammer will cascade forwards, which itself can further cascade, and so forth.
Oh, cool.
Expending a power charge when using the skill
That
will
looks
call
cool.
down an additional 2 hammers, which can also cause cascading slams.
I want to play this.
The
Oh,
more
shit.
numerous your foes, the more
That sounds
instruments
crazy.
of holy judgment.
That looks so fun.
And do they stack is the question.
Sweep is
Like,
an
can they
old
stack
skill.
on top of each
In
other?
fact,
Yeah.
it is so old that it's one of the very first skills ever implemented in Path of
Sweep
Exile,
rework?
over 15 years ago. It's been long overdue for some
I
attention.
remember watching Crypt playing Sweep back
Yeah.
in the day.
With 3.28, it has been reworked into Holy Sweep. This skill converts some of your physical
that's
damage
kinda
to
cool.
lightning, with shiny new effects to match. Some enemies struck by the initial sweep will have hammers of light batter them from above. These hammers cause area damage where they land, so clustered enemies are demolished by repeated impacts. When successfully hitting an enemy with Holy Strike, you'll summon forth a floating holy armament, a glowing mace that follows you closely. These weapons are minions, and will attack with Holy Strike themselves whenever you do. These holy armaments will copy the stats of your main hand weapon to deal their damage.
Dude, I kind of hope they nerf KF so I can play this.
Stand against your foes with Shield of Light, a retaliation skill which will allow you to unleash a cone of holy light upon enemies after blocking a hit with your shield. Additional cones of light will also pour forth from your nearby allies when you hit with the skill, allowing you to recruit your holy army to create purging light.
Ban that guy, Lolcohol. He said
Divine Blast emits a beam of holy light from your shield, coalescing into a hovering ball of energy. A few moments later, this unstable orb bursts, exploding outward with divine power. Hallow supports melee attacks, causing them to inflict a new debuff, Hallowing Flame. Hallowing Flame builds up as charges on enemies, getting consumed when attacked. Consuming a stack of Hallowing Flame gives the attack that consumed it a significant amount of extra fire damage, but only those who did not inflict the Hallowing Flame are able to consume it.
That's confusing.
Perfect for those of you who enjoy a more supportive playstyle with your army of Holy Sentinels. Or friends.
What are those?
When they're online.
Friends. Oh. Who are those?
We've also added sources of this debuff to a number of other places, such as unique items, cluster jewels,
holy word,
and the Guardian Ascendancy class.
Oh, Guardian.
Oh, are they getting rework?
Yeah, it's getting a rework.
We also have another batch of new transfigured gems, with many of these being variants for gems which previously had none. One example is the Shockwave Totem of Authority, which casts its higher damage dealing Nova at your location instead of its own.
Oh, so you don't need to use the ring with it.
You might also enjoy Orb of Storms of Squalls. These storms warp directly to targets when you use lightning skills, and arc lightning upon doing so. This gives you a mobile storm of destruction that follows you as you dive into battle. We'll leave the rest of the transfigured skills for you to comb through in the patch notes.
Oh, thank goodness. We get
Speaking of the patch notes, as always, we love to shake up the meta.
Yes.
So we've done a bunch of balance adjustments to a few other things as well, such as a pass on Bloodline classes.
Okay.
Expanded the passives available to the Templar section of the passive tree, and various improvements to existing holy themed skills such as Static Strike.
Dude, they haven't even got to the endgame changes
Holy Flame
yet.
Totem.
No.
Like, this is
and Dominating Blow.
Yeah.
This is really big.
What about Aura Pure?
We're also doing our usual improvement to some of the least played Ascendancy classes.
Yes, Sabo.
This time with a focus on Guardian and Warden.
And Warden. I love Warden. Oh, she's so much bigger now.
Speaking of Ascendancies, let's talk about the Scion.
Yes.
And her new Reliquarian Ascendancy class. For those that have played the Legacy of Frisia events, this class will seem familiar. The Reliquarian is a learned Scion that has studied history at the Oriath Academy. She is a part of a secret society of Oriathans, dedicated to collecting and discerning the strange properties of unique items. All of her passive powers come from these unique items, found from throughout Rayclast. After ascending, first select the power of a unique armor. Victario's influence increases the level of all your auras and gives them a much larger area of effect. Or instead, take Kilowava's Bluster, giving you a chance to have extreme elemental resistance against incoming hits. Next, pick from a unique weapon power. Widow Hail greatly increases the bonuses gained from your quiver. Or Martyr's Teaching, which causes your minions' critical strike chance with attacks to be equal to your main hand weapons.
This is interesting.
Ooh,
lastly, pick your crown
really
jewel,
Gazzy, log in.
a unique jewelry power. Astral Projector causes Nova spells to cast from enemies rather than from yourself.
From enemies?
Or take Astromentus, simply giving you a huge boost to all your attributes. Due to all the ways you can mix and match unique powers, the Reliquarian has more flexibility in how you build it compared to any other Ascendancy class in the game.
That's pretty cool.
Our
That is
plan
very
going
cool.
forward is for the Reliquarian to not be a static Ascendancy class.
Oh, wow,
And
okay.
between each expansion, the unique powers which are offered will change. If you don't like what she
that's
offers this
interesting.
expansion, hopefully she'll have the power of your favorite unique item in the next one.
That's very, very cool.
Time
That
to
also
move on
sounds
to
like
the end game.
A lot to balance every league because there's
Yeah.
something.
With this
gonna be,
expansion,
like,
we are aiming
busted
to liven
every
up the
league.
end game,
That's awesome.
giving players new experiences, strategies to leverage, and
actually
streamlining
insane.
or removing the more frustrating tasks.
Yes.
Extensive changes will be coming to the Atlas and how you engage with maps,
Thank you, dude.
without
Okay.
interfering with the beloved core experience that has made mapping
Endgame,
so successful.
Infinite Atlas. Come on, bring
In
it.
the last few
Yes,
endgame
Infinite
updates,
Atlas
you
login.
experienced Zana's story. How she helped defeat the
Zana?
Elder,
Oh!
Zana
tried to
back.
stop exiles from going mad in the Atlas, and faced new threats pouring forth from it. In the most recent expansion, she eventually realized that there was only one way forward: to destroy the Atlas. Zana's recent actions have now weakened the already strained and tattered edges of its realities, reshaping how we interact with the Atlas entirely.
This looks like the old Atlas.
To explain how this changes your interactions with the Atlas, we first want to establish some context while having a bit of a trip down memory lane. 27 expansions ago, back in Path of Exile 3.1.0,
A lot
the
of
War for the
expansions.
Atlas, we had a mechanic on the Atlas where the Shaper and Elder were engaged in war. This manifested as influence regions on the Atlas that affected specific maps. The ever-changing influence regions made the Atlas feel more like a physically connected space, rather than just a fancy way of visualizing a checklist of completed maps. However,
Atlas.
one of the
Infinite
main
Atlas.
frustrations with this mechanic
You want
was
it.
that you constantly needed many different specific maps in order to manipulate the influenced regions.
Yeah, that was a pain.
We realized we'd love to again have mechanics that manifest physically on your Atlas, but we'd have to address the issue of always needing those specific maps.
What does this mean?
The first major change we'll be making to solve this
the
is
tiering system.
divorcing map items from specific areas.
That's what I said. Get rid of.
As an example,
Oh.
instead of having a Mesa map, you will now find, say, a tier 10 map.
Holy shit.
To open a
so it's
Mesa
like
map
Waystones.
now, just locate and select Mesa on your Atlas,
That's cool.
put in your map
So it's
item,
literally just like
click
Waystones.
activate, and you're good to go.
That makes sense, dude. Why are people complaining about that?
No, that's good. That's
That
good. You can
Mesa
select
may
what map
drop
you
a
run every
tier
time,
11 map.
basically.
You can then immediately return to your map device, which will default to the last map run, and then run it again.
Yeah, you don't
Or
need to.
choose a new map to use it on. It's your choice.
Okay.
That's cool.
So you don't need like favorite maps anymore. You literally just run
This is one
any
of the
map.
many benefits
Yeah.
to this change, which is that if you're the type
kinda
of player
big.
who enjoys chaining the same map over and over, or the type of player who prefers to jump around, it is equally easy
you
to
just
do
choose
either
whatever you
strategy
want.
or even switch between them at a moment's
wow,
notice.
you just click to do it?
Yeah,
That's
it's like
For
sick.
example,
Waystones, but you
if
choose
one
the
day you're
map.
farming burial chambers, hoping to eventually get
It's
a
like, bring that
headhunter
to
from
PoE 2,
divination
please.
cards, and you decide you need a change of rhythm, you can seamlessly swap to your boss farming Atlas tree and spam Mesa for peak boss killing
Amazing.
efficiency.
It's great.
Up until now,
That's good, that's
this would have
good.
required having some Mesa maps stashed, setting all your
That guy
favorite
just
maps
run
to
it without-
Mesa,
Did Mark
or
just run it
doing
without
a
a
whole
scarab?
bunch of trading.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
You'll also notice that the structure of the Atlas has changed. If you haven't played in a while, here's a look at it before and after.
Oh, so you don't need to find. I love that. You don't need
You
to
will
find
now
all the
begin
maps.
at the center of the Atlas, with each corner housing one of 4 Voidstone slots.
Oh, look at that.
In addition, all content accessed from your map device now exists physically on the Atlas.
So
So you can
good.
see everything available in the endgame as you reveal the Fog of War.
Nice. Nice.
This also means that all unique maps are now present on the Atlas, including some old favorites that are appearing for the first time. Don't worry though, you
Old
don't
favorites?
need to complete Hall of Grandmasters every league.
There's like the hive.
You now gain 1 Atlas skill point per unique map completed, up to a maximum of 10. Given there are around 20 unique maps, you only need to complete the half you want.
But yeah, only
if you
100.
can get your hands
nice.
on them. Note, you aren't
Okay.
losing any
I was
Atlas
just about
skill
to
points.
ask.
These have
Oh,
been moved
okay.
to new places. And actually,
Oh,
you
okay.
can get more than before.
Oh, Ah, 138 instead of 130.
Due to Zana's actions, Egan now has a new goal and is determined to stop Zana's destruction by making use of a mysterious new discovery, arcane astrolabes. Zana is currently traversing the threads that weave the Atlas together, severing them. With these new astrolabes, Egan is able to trace her movement, but using them causes dangerous side effects. When you use an astrolabe on a map on the Atlas, a shaped region will manifest itself in that quadrant, affecting many of the maps within it. There are many different kinds of astrolabes, and they apply different types of shaped regions.
How long do they last? And it's got a tier.
For example,
oh, no, that's a map. Never mind.
An abyssal region, which causes all the maps to have an additional abyss.
Very
or
cool.
A blighted region, which adds a blight encounter.
So you can have these in your map now without like scaring.
Completing the content added by the astrolabe will remove the shaped region's influence from that map.
It's not like you need a...
Upon doing so, every other map remaining in the shaped region will gain an additional modifier.
Oh, so as you
this means as you progress through the shaped region, maps you run will become more and more intense.
That's so cool. What's the last
with the
one?
relevant mechanic getting more and more juiced.
Dude, this is so sick.
Oh, so it's like an extra juicing
Finally,
on top of scarabs.
At the end of the region of maps, once you have successfully rid the Atlas of the shaped region, Egan will take you to one of 4 memory vaults, where there are powerful rewards to be had.
Oh.
He cares only for the knowledge hidden within that vault, so any items are yours for the taking. Each vault is associated with a specific quadrant on the Atlas, so you're able to target a certain vault if you're wanting to try get a specific type of reward. One such vault is the Archon's Vault, where you'll be rewarded with powerful unique items. Or the Zealot's Vault, to acquire valuable currency items.
Damn, Divine Orb. It didn't tink though.
This new shaped region system is one that promotes running many different maps. But for players that want to engage with this new system, while still wanting to run the same map over and over again, the synthesized stability keystone on the Atlas tree enables exactly that.
Dude, that's so good they thought ahead about that. So
with all the new endgame changes, we thought it would be also good to mention some handy tips and tricks for quickly navigating the new Atlas. When using the map device, the Atlas defaults to your previously run map, so running the same map over and over is as few clicks as possible. You can right-click unique maps or map fragments in your inventory to automatically open your Atlas to that location with the map already placed and ready to run. When you select a special area that requires multiple items, such as to fight at Zeri or open the Domain of Timeless Conflict, if you have the fragments to access that in your inventory, it will automatically add them to the map device in the right spot. That's the core of the new endgame.
Dude, I'm so happy
But there's a lot more endgame changes coming in 3.28.
More?
Let's blast through them.
More.
Over the last few expansions, we've been working on streamlining the mapping experience. And we wanted to continue to minimize busy work so you can spend more time doing what you love, killing monsters and getting loot.
Yes, thank you.
To that end, we've made a number of changes. We won't get into too much detail, but here's a quick summary of what you can expect to have received adjustment.
You complain about ground loot? We'll show you all the ground loot.
We've removed cartographer's chisels and map device crafts entirely.
Okay.
Whoa.
The loss of content and loot here has been compensated for in other places.
Quantity.
Oh, like a passive quantity.
Voidstones now grant special global bonuses while socketed on your Atlas.
Oh shit, okay.
Including adding the new Originator Voidstone, which enables specific Atlas bosses to drop exceptional supports. We'll elaborate more on that in the next section.
Okay.
T17 maps as you know it have effectively been removed.
Oh, whoa, okay.
The bosses have been kept around, and they better fulfill their original purpose of being a gateway to target farm uber pinnacle bosses.
Good. That's a huge...
The most annoying modifiers on Originator maps have been removed or replaced. No more getting turned into a slug for simply using skills.
Yes, that shit
And no
sucked.
more will you be incapable of dealing damage periodically.
Too, while we're at it.
Never.
Petal skills in Originator maps have been removed. However, some of their effects are now available from the altars and memory threads. Memory Tears, instead of adding a memory thread to your atlas, will now drop an itemized version of that thread, allowing you to save it for later or trade it at your leisure. We've added new scarabs, such as this Expedition Scarab of Infusion, which can generate some truly tempting logbooks. And for those of you looking to take on the ultimate one-on-one fight, the Anarchy Scarab of the Exceptional will place a true antagonist-level Rogue Exile threat in your map, empowered by every type of Wildwood Wisp, possessed by a Tormented Spirit, augmented with rare monster modifiers, and affected by a shrine.
Right.
This exile is not to be trifled with.
PvP confirmed. Holy shit.
Alongside that, we've also changed some, such as the Beyond Scarab of Resurgence, which now causes all 3 Beyond bosses to appear when a Beyond boss would spawn in your map. On top of that, we've made improvements to a number of weak Atlas Tree passives.
Yes.
Such as Pillage and Plunder, which now grants a chance for items dropped by Syndicate members to have a Fractured Veiled mod.
Oh yes, dude, this is so
Check out the new
sick.
The Paths Not Taken Keystone, which means your maps on average will drop twice as many divination cards. But which ones can drop will be a mystery. And last, but not least, we've also made some changes to King's March shipping.
King's March.
Such as, we've swapped the rewards given by sending ore and crops.
Okay.
I wonder what this new port will send back. Ports will now give more rewards for favored resources. And you can even re-roll them for gold, if they're not offering what you're after. Specific ports will now reward specific tattoos and rune grafts, making it easier to target the ones you want.
Okay.
Not to mention, the Kalgurans have discovered several new powerful rune grafts for you to get your hands on. Such as the Rune Graft of Fury, which causes you to gain rage on using a life flask.
Okay.
And the Rune Graft of Resurgence, which causes Arcane Surge to also grant life regeneration.
Interesting.
We mentioned earlier about the Originator Voidstone enabling access to exceptional supports. So let's get into that, as there's a decent amount to cover. After defeating the incarnations of Fear, Neglect, and Dread, you will obtain the Originator Voidstone. As mentioned earlier, this Voidstone allows new, exceptional support gems to drop from many bosses across the Atlas. These new supports are an improvement over the old Awakened support system, which is being phased out.
Oh, okay.
Awakened supports have long been a capstone investment for a character, but there's existed a gulf between the more interesting ones, such as Awakened Spell Cascade, which has some additional transformative effect, as opposed to some of the simpler Awakened supports, which just have slightly higher numerical values. Exceptional supports will all be transformative, serving as an additional late-game tool to customize your build around, and extending character customization and creation even later into a build's life.
So it's more about like
one of the goals here
is
to provide interesting build choices, even at later levels and deep into the endgame. However, we are certainly not aiming to reduce top-end player power with these changes. Exceptional supports will still be super strong. If used well, they will catapult your character even further than before. So, how many are there, and what exactly do they do? There are over 40 new exceptional supports to discover, adding additional enticing drops to bosses that may otherwise have felt not as worthwhile to run, giving players extra reason to take on those challenges. For instance, from the King in the Mists, we have the Hex Toad support. This support creates areas of swampy cursed ground, which spawns toads that bounce towards enemies and then explode, dealing chaos damage.
That feels like
From the Uber Elder, we have the Void Storm support, which causes your raining attacks to create celestial storms of energy that grow over time, detonating as you approach for massive damage. Defeating the incarnation of Neglect may win you the Frost Mage support. Similar to the existing Archmage support, you are rewarded for stacking mana to enhance your spells with extraordinary cold damage. We'll tease some more of these before launch, but there will be many, many more for you to discover.
So does it change the
Keepers of the Flame
animation of the
is coming
skill?
back.
Maybe.
However, we do know that many players have issues with the walls in Hive encounters.
Ah,
In order to address these
no walls.
concerns, we'll
Come
be
on.
making a number of changes.
no walls.
One of the biggest problems is that walls would block your projectiles.
Yes.
Meaning that when a hive randomly spawned in your map, it would make it harder to clear.
And it eat all your other content.
In order to prevent damage.
Ah, he's using KF.
But we also wanted to make sure we reduce the visual clutter they cause.
But does it eat the skill
Hives
before it
and their
destroys
walls
it?
are now
Good
smaller.
question.
To allow players to engage with Hive encounters quicker when they do want to help Aelith, we've added a new Atlas passive which drastically increases the detonation area of unstable burrows, causing them to reliably chain react and destroy the majority of remaining walls. For those who don't want to deal with the walls at all, there's now a pair of keystones that allow you to block Hive encounters
There you go.
or unstable
There
breaches
it is.
if
Never
you want.
see it again.
Okay.
Now that
Okay,
this
so
is
you
a
can
core
kinda
league,
choose which
we
type
don't
you
want
wanna
you to
do.
have
Yeah.
to grow your
Kinda-
Genesis
kinda
tree from
switch it.
scratch on every league start. So now, each womb gift slot is already usable by default, and access to the Monastery of the Keepers will be gained by finding Aelith starting in Act 6 Mudflats. Now with Atlas Tree and Scarab support, you can have multiple unstable breach encounters active in a single area, for maximum ruckus.
There we
Speaking of Atlas Tree and Scarab support, we've added plenty. Here are a few examples. The Massing Forces Atlas notable grants a chance to have additional unstable breaches in your maps. The Breach Scarab of the Marshal guarantees a breach boss or Hive Fortress, while the Breach Scarab of the Incensed Swarm replaces all of Aelith's skills with Enrage the Hive,
That's
increasing the difficulty and reward from Hive monsters in all subsequent waves.
probably going to be really good.
Graft items
Yeah.
will no longer exist, but we've moved several of the graft skills to new exceptional supports,
Oh.
Okay.
such as the Hiveborn support, which summons an army of breach minions to do your bidding when you use a supported
So
offering
what about
skill,
Graft Blood?
Yeah, good
and
question.
How do you-
the Foul Grasp support, which calls forth a field of grasping breach hands when you recall brands, exploding for heavy lightning damage when enemies approach them. We're looking forward to seeing how these improvements and additions are received, alongside a lot of what Keepers also has to offer. From the new bosses and their bloodline, through to the Genesis tree and its many different
Maybe it's just
crafting
like as long as
options,
you have a
like
wound
Foulborn
if you could
Uniques.
use it.
Also
Yeah.
with its new narrative, we look forward to extrapolating on all of this and learning more about Aelith, the Hiveborn, and its Breach Lords in the future. That covers all the new content we're adding, and that was a lot. From a new in-game system, several new reward types, new ways to juice maps, all of which you can double up in the new Mirage League, and all that alongside a suite of new holy skills, a new Ascendancy class, and an insane amount of new character
Dude, this is-
customization in the endgame. However, an important
There's a
part
lot.
of Path of Exile expansions is making sure there is a continued effort to improve quality of life.
And there's
So let's get into that
more.
now.
More.
You
I'm
can
assuming some
now
of these are the stuff
favorite
that we've
trades
seen,
on the
yeah.
currency exchange.
Yeah,
This is huge though.
This
is
consists of
huge.
selecting
one is
two
so good.
currencies that you want to be able to trade between with a single click,
I'm sure we'll get
and
this info
setting them
too
as a
well.
favorite trade. Favorite trades will appear by default on opening the currency exchange and will still auto-suggest a ratio based on recent trade data. A further improvement to the currency exchange is the ability to open and interact with your stash while you have the exchange window open. Now, when trading in a full set of divination
This is
cards,
exactly what I
it
wanted,
will
man.
automatically be handed in to become the resultant item.
Reworked Endgame.
If you then turn in another set immediately, the reward from the previous set will be transferred to your inventory directly, assuming there's
Very
enough
nice
free space
URL.
to do so. Labyrinth font crafts that previously gave a random transfigured gem now
What do you think
allow
about
you to
this?
choose which transfigured gem of that type you'd like to receive.
Because like this does affect the
The
early game
asynchronous
economy by
trade
quite a
item
bit.
sale history
Yeah.
is now hoverable,
I think
with
it's good.
full item descriptions of the sold item. When using Divine Orbs, you can now tell exactly which modifiers can be randomized. The ritual icon will now glow if you've got significant unspent tribute in an area and all rituals are complete. And a pop-up will appear after the final ritual completion. Also on the topic of ritual, you can now quick use vessels on completed rituals. Have you ever tried to click a divine shrine surrounded by enemies and find it extremely difficult to click?
I love that they fix it.
I mean, shrines now take priority over monsters when clicking in an area they overlap.
Luckily in PoE 1 there's a lot of
Since
phasing.
3.24, we've been looking to add new ways to
still gonna
improve
be a
the
little bit of
campaign
an issue.
experience, and 3.28 is no different. This patch, we've added over 20 landmark rooms throughout the campaign, scattered across all 10 acts. Some of these reward some pretty useful stuff, so keep an eye out for the new and unexpected rooms, side passages, chests, and encounters as you progress throughout Rayclast.
Any extras?
We want most of these to be a surprise, but we'll show you just one. There is now a small central island in the Kardarui Fortress. All inhabitants of which will drop a basic tattoo when slain.
Guaranteed rewards.
I think so, yeah.
campaign.
They've already
Next
added
up,
some.
we're going to be talking about our new supporter packs. Today, we're
log in,
launching
boys.
2 new
Supporter
series of
packs.
supporter packs.
All right, I need $120
The Curator of
right
Wisdom
now.
Let's go.
and Iron Incarcerator packs.
Oh.
Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points, alongside several
Look at that
exclusive
hideout.
microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way.
Weapon effect isn't
The
bad.
Curator of Wisdom series of supporter packs contains 7 exclusive microtransactions. The Traveling Wisdom back attachment
Rip
has
wallet.
all the necessary tools you may require to chronicle your journey, complete with a helpful rat friend.
Oh, rat friend.
These chronicles will activate their magic upon identifying items, and will track the number of items identified of each rarity. Just hover the item,
interesting.
or link it in chat to show it off.
Oh, that's
Love these
cute.
tracking things.
The Acquired
Yeah.
Wisdom unique finisher effect summons an ancient scroll that consumes unique enemies and the
kinda
knowledge
cool.
they hold.
Those always look cool till you play with them.
Most
in-game,
exiles
and
would
then they're-
struggle carrying
And it's
piles
like
of scrolls while
too
traveling
much.
Rayclast.
Yeah.
It blocks
But the Grand
everything.
Curator of Wisdom armor set is perfect for the adventurous scholar. Any expert curator knows that scrolls hold more than just knowledge, they also hold power. As you cast spells, the scrolls attached to the armor will burn away, before rematerializing shortly after.
Alright.
It also features a series
you'll
of
probably never
helmet
notice it.
variations, so you can get precisely the look you're after. Summon your Scroll Shaper familiar pet to follow alongside
That's
you.
cute.
That is
This
cute.
creature
like
is
that.
formed from folded magical texts, and can shapeshift between different forms. You can think of this as having multiple pets in one. It can fold
so
into a
nice.
fox,
Oh.
and then even burn away, reforming into a flying bird. This series of packs also contains the
Origami.
Scroll
Those
Portals.
portals are amazing.
Jumbo-sized
Yeah.
versions of the Scroll of Wisdom
They're pretty
and
cool.
Portal Scroll
It's
that you
hard
can
to
make
beat
a
the
quick
Soul
retreat
Slash
through.
Portal, though. I don't know. The Soul Slash is so good.
A supreme catalogue of knowledge can't remain in one place for too long
That
and
hideout.
risk being pillaged by thieves. The Titan Apex Hideout
it's
features
pretty.
a colossal titan who carries your base of operations atop their shoulders,
Oh, that's kind of
constantly
cool.
moving through a boundless desert. The Iron Incarcerator pack also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Device.
The Incarcerator's Restraints back attachment features stockades that were used to immobilize prisoners by binding them to the earth as they were tortured for their wrongdoings. Shackles envelop your choice of torturing device when using the chains
God.
of the Incarcerator weapon
His
effect.
face looks so polygonal.
These chains
Very
shatter
PoE
into
1.
links as you batter enemies.
I thought I was looking at
Make
a
your way
PS1
through
game.
Rayclast as a walking penitentiary, intimidating your enemies with the elite Iron Incarcerator armor set. After
these
a long
supporter
day of
packs will work
tracking
for
down
both
criminals, step into the Iron Maiden portal to retreat to your torture chamber. It acts as a great deterrent for would-be intruders. This peculiar creature was a favorite amongst incarcerators. They would be sent into the midst
Another
of prison
naked
riots to
cat.
mesmerize and control
Why
the
do they
toughest
keep
of
adding
minds.
He's got
this
clothes
shit
on.
to the game?
Use their talents
I
to
don't
charm
know.
other players'
I
pets,
don't want fucking
causing
ugly
them to
cats in
abandon
my
their
game.
owners and follow in line behind you instead.
Put nice cats.
At
in
least
the game.
until it
People like
wears
these
off.
Cats, you know.
What better way
like
to
these
execute
cats.
prisoners
Not me.
when your
I
torturing
don't
has
know those
depleted their
people.
value? Harvest their souls to fuel this map device, condemning them to eternal incarceration.
Yeah, they put
Your kills within the map are also recorded based on the rarity of the monster. You can choose to pin an execution session that you're satisfied with on this miniature leaderboard, which is displayed for all that dare enter your hideout.
That's fucked up.
Additionally, all microtransactions from these supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 2. Thank you so much for your ongoing support.
Oh my goodness.
We're just about to start the Q&A with Ziggy D.
The support
Afterwards,
packs?
we'll post the full patch notes for Path of Exile Mirage.
I mean, those are
at
sick.
11 a.m. New Zealand time, 2 p.m. Pacific.
But this entire patch.
With release at the end of next week, our community team will be posting crucial information you'll need for the release. Keep an eye on the news.
Boom. Q&A time.
This entire patch is like everything I wanted. Endgame. Endgame refresher. 3 out of 10?
There's a lot of cool stuff in this patch for sure.
That is so refreshing. Because the thing is, like, the endgame was starting to feel really stale, and now they are doing some crazy shit. The fact that the league mechanic is just, like, affecting so many different other league mechanics is...
I love that.
That is...
You know what that reminds me of? Abyss and Path of Exile 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sort of. It's sort of like one mechanic that affects several others, but at a grander scale, hopefully. Damn. The Alice rework? I think we kind of nailed this bingo, man. Are you going to watch this Ziggy D thing?
I'm probably going to hop off for this one.
Yeah. Why is audio...
You can watch it, though.
I don't think I'm going to watch the whole thing. But they got Octavian.
No Jonathan.
No
Do you agree with the idea that like maybe Jonathan is starting to take a little bit of a step back? Like from Path of Exile 1?
Maybe. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it could be.
Because like, you know, it's because Mark is like the head for Path of Exile 1 and Jonathan's the head for Path of Exile 2.
Yeah.
And I know that they've been working pretty closely in tandem for all these PR stuff. Like maybe on the back end, right? They'll still be working more on it, but at least on the front end, it might be like Octavian taking over a little bit more.
That's probably quite accurate. I mean, I can't know for sure, but like Chris's job for the longest time wasn't, you know, like doing a whole lot of in-game stuff, I think, from my understanding. Like he was doing a lot of business company management shit. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Jonathan's doing more of that stuff. Or maybe he's just fully focused on PoE 2. This is like the new PoE 1 team. They've got like
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Octavian getting a promotion.
Octavian, dude. This is so cool because Ziggy and Octavian used to be, they did a podcast together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ziggy still technically streams.
Do you see the chat right now? Ground loot? Ground loot? Ground loot?
Ground loot. They did mention it. We'll see in the, I guess we need to wait for the patch notes to be excited. But
patch notes, yeah.
But I mean, damn, man. In terms of hype, that was... That was like a 10 out of 10.
There's a lot there. Supporter packs, not as hype. So I'm a little bit less excited. But you know what? It makes up for it. The end game changes do make up for it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna spend that money anyway, so I wasn't gonna. It's too much. You gonna?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off here because I'm gonna go. What I usually do after these is I go and buy all the supporter packs and I show them off to the stream. To let people know what they want to help them figure out what they want to buy. So I'm gonna hop off of this call, but it was fun. It was good
great
stuff.
Yeah, that was really good.
We got a lot of fun updates.
Agreed.
All right, Mr. Lolcohol.
Catch you later. Have a good one. So take care.
Bye.
Bye.
You too.
What does everyone think? That shit is mega hype.
And you know, release it and all this, and now you've got this thing where it's
mega hype.
Jonathan's obviously still in the picture, but you got this thing where it's kind of like me with Octavian and Andrew, all three of us coming into the company as players through QA. Now getting to this point, and so like, I mean, a lot of what Octavian's getting is the story I got, and obviously I'm all for that because I got lucky and I'm happy about it and I love my job, and so I'm seeing this happen again. It's exciting.
They cooked
it's just
hard.
It's bloody cool. While also makes things easier for me, you know? I'm like way less stressed about it. I'm way less spread too thin. I get to actually focus on the quality and what we're doing. And I mean, it's just an all-round win. And yeah, first time Octavian here doing these. You'll see a lot more of him, I'm sure, unless
Octavian.
Something goes
He does seem so happy.
catastrophically wrong today. Good luck.
Yeah, sure.
It's awesome.
I'm confident. I'm confident in the content and the expansion.
No, it's real good. It's awesome. Yeah, like for sure. Like if you're looking at a how did I do for my first time kind of thing, like I don't think it could have gone any better, to be honest, you know. And good, it's good. And obviously keen to talk about it and keen to answer all the questions. And yeah, you know, I'm sure hopefully you are too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Octavian's been super humble and stuff when I've been talking to him. Like, yeah, you're doing a good job. This is good content.
No, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's huge.
And yeah, killing tier 17s. What a champion for Path of Exile players everywhere, mate. Good stuff. But I love that you guys have had that like same journey as well. Like and Andrew too as well, right? Like it's players become QA, become game. Like designers become like producers and leads on Path of Exile 1 project now. Like it's like the game is in the hands of the players, right? Like
yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, I still play every expansion for not as much time as I did when I streamed the game for a living when it was my job to play it for 8 to 10 hours a day, but I still probably put in an unhealthy amount of time. I work on the game for 8 hours and then I go home and play the game for like 4 and then I maybe eat something and then go to bed. It hasn't faded. I had a lot of people when I first joined the company asking me like, do you not play the game anymore? Is it not fun anymore? Like, do you get sick of it? And no, it has not yet happened.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I'm excited to talk about all the new stuff, but first, I think we definitely need to talk about ground loot.
Yeah, the loot. There's not much loot on the ground down here, is there?
I don't see anything.
Where's the
Nothing's
loot?
making it through my filter right now.
Ground loot.
This floor is empty. Ground loot is a hot topic discussion right now and has honestly been for a long time in some iteration or another. I remember like as far back as like, I was trying to find where, for me, the idea of where some of these things trace back to. And for me, it was actually like Legion, like farming low tier maps where you're getting that flat additive loot in the map and so all of a sudden you're not caring so much about what the regular monsters drop. You're just doing your tier 4 glacier to get Legion and stuff like that. But this whole thing is definitely like it's been a tricky topic to break down because a lot of people have various different issues. Some people are like blaming loot tiles. Other people, like myself, for example, think loot tiles are great. They're just kind of like indicative of the difference between what is dropping from regular monsters in a map and what is being given through what I we'll refer to as loot tiles, but is generally like flat additive systems, something that adds something, a known quantity, something that's going to be, what you're going to be getting to some extent. And, I don't necessarily I think those are a great mechanic for various reasons, but they don't necessarily scale with difficulty in the same way as regular content can. They don't have as much of that element of surprise. And I think trying to like really figure out where a lot of this comes down to, like what's the actual issue if you like kind of peek through the curtains a bit. I think it's just that people are getting their loot in ways that feel like it isn't earned, like it's too disconnected from the gameplay, right? Like you've either got like non-combat drops being really good, things like shipments and the auto mappers, or loot tiles, which have that kind of like preordained feelings that's not as directly correlated with the content you're doing. So I'm just curious kind of like how you guys are feeling about or tracking with that, just discussion in an overall sense before we dive into some of the specifics.
Well, there's a couple. Obviously, item drops are complicated. This model is complicated. The system is complicated. And it's easy to get lost in the weeds and all that. But honestly, let me simplify it down. Yes, if people don't think it's good enough, it's not good enough. So we'll fix it, right? And
when now?
Now, obviously, these things can take time, but I mean, we'll immediately just to get right in there, because I know what people actually want to know is, what are you doing about it? So let's get to that straight away, which is, at least for now, given that we have, a week till release. But that being said, we can always make loot better mid-league, right? And that's never a problem.
That's never a problem.
It's taking away this problem. But, look, as I said, if you say it's not good enough, it's not good enough. That's how it is. That's just the nature. If the players, and I mean the audience at whole, is like, it sucks,
that's
then
why
it sucks,
everyone loves
right?
Mark.
So we'll make it better. So to start with, what we're going to be doing, instead of, there might be some terminology here I need to make sure I acknowledge people don't understand. We will effectively be doubling all the currency.
And this is from like
from core drops, as we call it. Yeah,
just straight up
not
doubling
windows,
it?
not tile loot, whatever all the terminology is. Obviously, that will then, by consequence, diminish the rewards from window loot and tile loot. Yes, that is intentional.
Just economically speaking, you mean like?
Yes, correct. As in just proportionately, one goes up, the other is now less value proportionately.
Yeah, just like inflation and whatnot.
What else are we doing? We're going to do a bit of a pass on like memory strands was an attempt to try and get equipment. So that's the currency. The equipment memory strands was an attempt to get equipment drop to be more impactful. When you identify it, I would say that system didn't. It has its purposes, but it didn't land as good as we wanted. So we're just reassessing that since we're also making changes to the endgame around originator maps and all that. Look, they're going to be better. There'll be generally more strands. They'll have higher impact. So identified items via that means will just be better. We're also trying. We're going to see if we can do it in time to make sure that it also doesn't just pick bad base types.
Oh, yeah, that's already been done.
There you go.
Nice.
Sweet. Well, we did a lot of this yesterday.
So base type biasing.
It has yes. So it still can technically, if you get rather unlucky, pick a lower tier base type, but it's heavily biased towards picking higher tier base types to put the memory strands on.
Okay, that's cool. I remember like a long time ago, it was not like that was avoided specifically. It was like, some people might want like a groove bow or something instead.
I mean,
sure.
I think at this point,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Deal with it, I guess. Greater good is often the way to look at that. And then look, we're doing some other things. We're going to have ancient orbs, fracturing orbs added to the core drop pools, which should help a little bit for that more kind of mid to higher tier currency.
Yeah, those are the... Ooh, yeah.
We're doing anything else? So we're doing a little bit of a rebalancing of currency proportions. When I say double currency, by the way, I immediately obviously forgot to mention the important thing. We're not doubling transmutes and orgs. We're doubling the things that matter.
True.
We're doubling the more important currency. We're not you're not just going to get twice as many of the trash. Obviously by endgame, you don't need the thousands of them that exist already. So look, that's the immediate step that we're taking. It's always going to be an ongoing discussion. There's always going to be ebbs and flow to this, always, right? There will be a thing where maybe ground loot is saved, and then a year later we'll be having the exact same discussion with a slightly different twist, and that's fine. That's just how it works. You might even find 6 months from now or something where people are like, bunch of these leagues aren't worth doing because the window loot happens to suck from them or something. These are just how these things go. It's a constant back and forth. It's a constant conversation, and the important thing is just like, there's a problem, fix the problem. Don't freaking. And the thing is about it, and because item drops is so complicated, what you do find, and you find it internally, you get lost in these just crazy philosophical conversations for like hours and hours and hours and hours of talking about why and what did we do in the past that did X, Y, and Z, and it is important to discuss those, but sometimes it's also important to just bulldoze through and just start making changes and start fixing the problem. Now, especially with a week till deployment, like we don't want to sully or have all the content to be ultimately, less appreciated because of the fact that, ground drops suck, which, as I said, agree. We're doing what we can now. We'll hopefully do more later, if that's what's needed. Just keep telling us about it. You know what I mean?
What was that
but for now, we're going to doing a bunch of changes because we can this week. We can test them this week. We can make sure that we're happy with them this week. And if we do anything else, we'll let you know. And then, we'll just keep going. And we obviously got changes to King's March, which is obviously window loot. You've got changes to... the new league, I would say, is one that more favors generally things that aren't in Windows. And so we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully that's a good start, and we'll see where it ends up, I guess.
Octavian, you were mentioning to me this idea that there's like a lot of trash, trash items that's dropping,
the one that got
and something
spammed,
about that kind of effectively becoming currency was kind of the idea there.
Sort of in a way. So like when Mark says doubling the currency that drops, we're not like Like there is a total amount of weighting in the drop pool, if that makes sense. And we're not adding more weighting to that drop pool. Instead, we are subtracting it from places like,
that
normal basic equipment that every single person is hiding on their loot filter. That weighting is now going instead towards currency items.
Okay.
And like Mark said, specifically towards currency items that aren't like transients.
There's technically not more items on the floor. It's just more of the garbage has turned into ideally now mid and higher tier currency.
Yeah, so like once upon a time we had this like massive historic quantity rarity buff removal thing that occurred, and some of the numbers on that were like crazy. It was like, oh, this has 1600% increased quantity. So for the skeptics out there, like my father when I was young, who would say, I'm doubling your pay this week. Double nothing's nothing. do you think like doubling the currency is something that has like a pretty appreciable impact on like a map to map basis, when like a lot of the time you are kind of just walking out with a couple fragments and a scarab?
I mean, double is definitely still double. It's a pretty big deal,
There's a difference between like economic changes
it's definitely
and things that you
I agree. It is
yeah.
definitely different to a like 6% glacial hammer buff or whatever's happened historically.
I think it's storm-buying.
It definitely will make a pretty noticeable difference, but that case there is also an important one, and we were still actively discussing that yesterday, where we were like, there's a little bit of wanting to make sure there's a minimum as well, especially with a certain amount of content. Like, I appreciate that a lot of people are like, there's that juice up here, and there's that, like, here's just your base map. And there's a bit of an expectation that, you should be able to just go in, clear the map, and come out with more. And I generally agree with that. I would say that, the base map is kind of bad right now with respect to some of that. And so, but again, this is that thing where we've got these things we can do now and quite quickly, because we understand the ramifications of them way more. Then there's still all these other conversations we need to have about more like that and how we can achieve that. There's things about how can we've always wanted the idea that the quality of equipment is dropping better, but there's less of it. How can we achieve that? And like, it's quite complicated and quite difficult to do, and it has like all these ramifications down the line, and it just goes and goes and again. So right now, focus on what we're doing, but we will 100% be looking at things like the minimums, the base mapping experience versus the giga juiced, because the other thing we need to make sure we don't do is often what you can do is you can add something that is more for your average player doing your average regular map, and then that, once multiplied by every single league thing, ends up being just more and more for the top end, and then it's a bit of a rich get richer situation, and you didn't end up necessarily even benefiting that person. You in fact made them now feel worse from an economic standpoint. So like, you have that thing where you need to give something there but take away from something here, and that can be dangerous because you might overcook the nerf, you might overcook the buff, you might undercook on either, it's scary for sure. So I mean, even yesterday, to be fair, yesterday I was the one proposing all the craziness. And I was like, whatever, it's fine, let's just do it. Everyone's like, whoa, calm down. I was like, all right, fair enough, I'm calm. We'll do the safe stuff that we know that's high impact and going to help people now more than anything, and then we'll keep looking at this stuff. So I would expect more changes. Again, I would, depending on what they are, mid-league, again, I don't like nerfing strategies mid-league. Like, that's a last resort. So if all of a sudden it's like buff and nerf, and if we can be 100% certain it hasn't like screwed over a bunch of people's current economic wealth, that's good. But look, if it isn't solved, then 3.29 will have more. So just make sure you keep letting us know, right? Like, that's the important thing. Like, often what happens is like a topic can come up and then be lost because other stuff moves on or whatever. Like, it's really important that, and it's obviously a responsibility on our end to make sure we go, okay, this is still a problem. It's not like just because
we can check in each Q&A on this one. For sure.
Sure.
It's like a good ongoing one to
for sure.
review. I think it'd be good if you can get like, for the Alk and Go players, like to a situation where they can get two chaos to rub together. But I think like an interesting situation is that you can kind of stack all of this juicing stuff into juicing the normal content of a map, the monsters, and you can't really like scale it, or the scaling has not really any impact on that. It's like something to do with like, it might literally be that like double nothing is nothing situation where you're like, oh, well, through all these scarabs and Atlas stuff,
I love Mark.
Juice these monsters up 1800%, but they ultimately still aren't able to drop anything at that point. Now, how do you make it able to scale? It feels like actually like a really difficult design problem right now. How do you get it actually able to scale basic monsters to make them both challenging and rewarding? Because like Affliction's various issues aside, something that was cool about that was that you could scale rare monsters to be really freaking hard and really rewarding, and that was actually like a cool thing that maybe needs to be in the game somewhere. And maybe that we've lost.
You see a lot of this thing with the difficulty scaling, where you get that exact argument where people are like, I want a way to be able to scale monsters, but then you also have the audience who are like, I want things to be rewarding without needing those scaling mechanisms.
Got to have a bit of both, I guess.
You do need a bit of both. It's never going to be perfect. You're always in a kind of gray area, and that's where I talk about the ebbs and flows of just things coming and going, and ultimately it's what feels right to as many people as possible. Or there are many options for these things, right?
Yeah, I wonder if we just need some like chunkier options that do just like...
We do,
make those
100%.
Base monsters just punch a bit harder, some like big nodes, big notables on that.
Octavian was specifically pushing for this yesterday, and we're in agreement. It's just a matter of coming up with what that is. And
the hardest, like, Atlas passives and scarabs and that kind of thing to design are usually the ones that are the most broad. Like if you're designing for a particular league mechanic or something, you know what levers and knobs you have to turn. But if you're designing something for the monsters in the map, that's a little tougher. And that's not to say there aren't cool designs there. There definitely are, but it is one of those things where like we probably can come up with a bunch of cool stuff by 3.29, but probably don't have it
this is
in the next week.
Like, this is like another league situation here, but I wonder if there's like this needs to be keywordified, like some sort of like native monsters keyword.
We do. Natural inhabitants is what we currently call them, yes.
We do have that as a concept, It's not used super frequently, but there's a few places in there.
But then you also then don't want it to be that then there is a league and the league just feels like absolute trash, So again, a little bit of a fine balance, and because otherwise you're going to start the ebb or the flow on the other side, and now all of a sudden... It's like, there's no point adding any leagues to my area.
I mean, some of your well-designed leagues, I think, can work well with that. Like the Mirage, just as an example, for example.
100%, yes.
If that was in now, Mirage would work really well. It'd be duplicating all those scaled-up, like naturally occurring monsters and adding more of them effectively as well. Like non-loot tiled, but still kind of like randomized monster stuff, which is pretty cool.
Well, as you can see, though, also we've just done a lot of changes, especially to existing systems, like... We're not afraid of. I mean, items a bit more scary because you do need to test it. You don't want to mess that up, But we're not. Octavian's not too afraid. It seems to be able to suggest the crazy things that we.
Bit of fresh blood. Bit of
probably has been up all night. Let's
bit of
face
change. That's good.
Sure.
I think we just said even to you this morning. It's like Octavian and I were just like talking absolute madness. I believe I phrased it as, in terms of doing all these crazy things and like just tipping things upside down and like seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, and so we'll just keep doing it. But
you guys can
it's
cut loose.
exciting.
You're in charge of the game now.
Now is the time. I really love these conversations in this point because now is the time when like we don't plan stuff so far in advance. Hopefully people know that by now. We stay dynamic, we stay agile with that stuff, and right now is when we're discussing what are we doing for 3.29, what are our major headliners, what are our minor headliners, and
I usually say that start like the week before this one releases. It's like usually it's like, okay, what's the next league look like?
And so right now is the thing where we're putting our effectively our list. What are our tier 1 problems, our tier 2 problems, what are the things we want to achieve, not, and so
The hardest part is I've already got some stuff that I really want to do in 3.29 that I'm really excited about, and I can't talk to you about it.
Yes, I know. You guys told me something before the Q&A. I'm like, you can't tell me this right before the Q&A, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. I have to, like, come on. I really want to bring that up.
Yeah, but now you have 4 months of prep for the next Q&A.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. But my question's ready for that topic. We'll wait a while on that one, though. Something that on this ground loot topic that I'm kind of have been sad to see fade away to an extent. It was the loot conversion mechanic on rare monsters. Now, it was obviously really problematic when it was first implemented because it was associated with arch nemesis monsters, and then it had like pinata fishing stuff. But you guys solved that by making it actually properly random. And then even though it was kind of a loot tile mechanic in the sense that it's like making a specific drop at it, it's random and it doesn't feel like that at all. So it's... I think loot conversion, so for those who are unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, this is occasionally rare monsters have like a hidden thing where they will take whatever they were going to drop and they change it into something else. And that is like fun and weird and surprising, and weird and like surprising loot drops.
Spike moments.
Yeah, those are the things you remember. Like, I remember the first time I saw like...
That's exactly what I described it as.
Currency, or they all got changed into maps, or some weird other thing happened.
That was another big topic yesterday. Is like that because that was another. And there's so many axes here, but we were like, we need to reinstate spike moments. Moments where you're like, whoa, this is crazy, and that not just being a divine or having to mouse over every type of a unique of a given base type. And that is what achieved that. I mean, I believe we are
the word spike. That's
at least we obviously nerfed those. It was a bit hectic. But we're easing back on some of that, at least for 050. What the heck? 328. Up to, so that's what I mean. Too many games for 328. We're easing back on those diminishing return penalties, I believe we applied. You know, at least they'll be more spiky again, but not what they once were. What they were was kind of a bit out of control. That being said, it's important that there are those crazy spike moments, and if there aren't enough, like that might not be enough, then we have to we'll add more.
So it's important that there's a variety of them too. You know, like that's the fundamental challenge of a loot-based video game is getting players to, you know, care about, you know, the different pixels on their screen, and like this set is more exciting than that set. And like that's the trick that as game designers you're trying to play on people, and it's not an easy trick to play. And you know, like one small thing, like Mark said earlier, that we are doing for 328 is the ancient orbs and fracturing orbs to the global drop pool, because now there's another shiny tink that might occur in the form of the fracture orb.
Yeah, but we want more giga tinks.
Yes, that is certainly not the extent of it. It's
you want the thing where there's like 50 tinks overlapping all at the same time, and your sound channels are like, I don't know how to deal with
and
this.
Just like, the unexpected and the weird, that's the thing that I want to really jump home. I want you guys to come up with like 10 new weird things that rares can drop, because it makes rares like matter again. It makes them interesting again. Like, I'm excited about a rare because it could do something I've never seen before, and that's
one of my favorite, like
up to 10,000 hours or whatever.
If we design something like that and it's a success and it's like a meaningful new niche in the game, that was one of my favorite things as a player. You know, chasing those weird niches to try and find some, you know, strange corner of the economy that I could leverage.
Okay, I gotta go to bed, guys. I have to go to bed. I'm gonna send you off to Arrow. I have so much to do tomorrow. There's so much I need to do tomorrow. YouTube, I'm sending you guys to Baylor Mage. Twitch, I'm sending you guys to Arrow. I will keep you updated on Discord. I'm going to be focusing mainly on YouTube and written guides for the next week or so, but I will be streaming. Everyone, catch you tomorrow. Don't want you to miss too much. Let's head over to Arrow. YouTube, you guys are going over to Baylor Mage. Catch you later. Bye-bye. And there. Wait, did you guys go to...